Mentos, the fresh maker.
Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president again.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be President of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to.
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 20.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes, West Virginia, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
And we are live. What's up, everybody? It is CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra. How's it going, Snake Pit? How's everybody out there doing? We got a lot to talk about tonight. I see a lot of bros in the chat. The bro is not going away. It's not going away. I even see Celluloid Dream calling me gay while saying bro, which I respect. I highly respect that. But yes, so we do have a lot to talk about tonight, and I can't wait to get into all of it. I was just made aware of Timcast. I guess Timcast is under attack, and the reason I changed the title and I added that to the title was I saw you guys talking about it. So I went to his show, and apparently he's talking about YouTube is going after him. I don't really know the specifics, but we're going to find out what those specifics are. And yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but it is an election year, so that does not surprise me, seeing as Timcast is the biggest show in this whole entire, I don't even know if it's this sphere, period. I think Timcast IRL is the biggest, like, nightly political show. So that's going to be a channel they're going to be targeting. So we will see. I'll listen to what he has to say. And that's something that I think every creator should be aware of, is to, like, what is happening. That's why being on Rumble is very crucial. Being on Kick is very crucial. Having alternative platforms is very important. That's something that Tim, I don't think, has really embraced too much. which I don't understand why. That really doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it is what it is. We'll get into that. America loves President Trump. He continues to be the Chad of Chads right now, no matter what they do, no matter what they're throwing against him. He continues to battle all of it. He is the fucking man. He really is. Dan Sweet says, Beanie, Tim needs our help. CobraCast. Well, I don't know if he needs our help. Again, I'm not even sure he knows who I am or who we are, but it doesn't matter because we know what's up. But Golden Nuggets for $20. And we finally have the likes on the Super Chats now. So you guys can like the Super Chats as they come in. That hasn't been a thing on my channel for some reason. It's really weird. But I guess now that you can finally do that. It says, I'm still waiting for them to operate on me and not to use a colonoscopy bag anymore. I am also getting a liver scan next week. So my sympathies with Chris Gore. Trump is gangsta. How does he do it? Plus, Jeremy is gay. Well, thank you. And yes, obviously, Chris Gore. We've talked about that a little bit, but Chris Gore suffered a minor stroke when we were in Vegas, and I wasn't going to talk about it. Rumble's not streaming. What do you mean, Rumble? Rumble's not streaming? What the fuck? Why is Rumble not streaming? Oh, it says unable to connect. Hey, hang on just a minute. That's weird. All right, let's see if we can fix this. All right, I'm going to turn Rumble off for a minute. Why does it want me to remove the channel? I want to remove the channel. Just want to make sure that the URL got copied. Give me a minute. Doug B, thank you, Doug B, for letting me know. Hang on. I think we can get this working. Let's see. Paste. All right, hang on. I think we're going to get this fixed. Give me just a second. Okay, give Rumble a few minutes and it should be going. So give it just a minute and it should be going. Keep me posted over there, but the Rumble stream should kick in here in just about 2 minutes. So we will see. We'll give it just a minute and we'll see. Keep me posted. I got the chat up though. But yeah, so shout out to Chris Gore, Frank Gore, our buddy. And yeah, so that was something that happened and we were aware of it, but you know, like I said, I didn't want to speak on it until it was made aware, everybody was made aware. And so Gary read a statement on the Real BBC the other day. And so now everyone is aware, but Chris did suffer a minor stroke and should be good to go in a few weeks. So hail Chris Gore or Frank Gore, whatever you want to call him. Come on, Rumble. I'm waiting for you to kick in, brother. I'm waiting for you to kick in. What the hell? Why is it not working? This makes no sense. It says streaming for me. Mod Eric says, I would rather look at Sydney than Jeremy anyways. I mean, that's pretty much a consensus. So I wouldn't disagree with you there at all. Let me see. Jedi Council says, hey, Jeremy, I unsubscribed from Geeks and Gamers because Ryan and Beardo see the need to tell jokes about the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm letting you know about it. Y'all should be above trashing faith. Well, I don't know specifically what they said, but, you know, I am not someone that is going to censor anybody, generally speaking. So jokes are jokes. You know, we make jokes about each other all the time. And so it is what it is. I had people like, I had people today tagging me on Twitter because apparently, you know, we wrote an article on geeksandgamers.com talking about what happened with like with Gary's wife and Critical Drinker on Twitter, and people were tagging me and they were basically saying like, did you approve of this, Jeremy? And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, by default, I approve of everything that happens at G&G, but I don't run Geeks and Gamers like a mainstream outlet. People are allowed to say whatever they want within reason, obviously. If you're not, you know, can't break the law, can't dox people, shit like that. But yeah, I'm not really into censoring people. And I wish that I didn't have to even censor to the point of like social media standards and all that bullshit. But there is a line like on platforms that you have to be on. But if I had it up to me, I would say you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But jokes are, about pretty much anything are, I can't be the police of that. But yeah, sorry about that. If it didn't work for you, I totally understand. But I got those guys back, and that's the way I want to run Geeks and Gamers. Doug B over on Rumble for $100 says the last 2 lives I've had to keep checking your live tab to even know when you're live. YouTube working hard to bury your streams. Yeah, it's been weird lately. I mean, like the last CobraCast was the first one that didn't hit 2,000 concurrent live viewers on YouTube. So, I have kind of taken my foot off the gas pedal a little bit on CobraCast only because I was in Vegas. So it's going to take time to kind of get back in there. But at the end of the day, whether you're watching me on Rumble, Kick, or YouTube, I appreciate it. And, Doug, I appreciate you, brother. Always dropping those bombs, whether it's on Rumble, YouTube, or wherever. Doug dropped I think Doug at one point dropped 100 gifted Kick memberships one time, which is the craziest thing ever. So yeah, wild. But I want to say hello to everyone really quick. I see everyone, whether you're live on Kick, we're live on Rumble. Rumble is up and running, and we're live on YouTube. So again, thank you for being wherever you are and watching us wherever you are. We do have some stuff to talk about. And again, with the Tim Pool stuff, Tim Pool titled his stream tonight that his channel is under attack, and he did address it, so we'll probably watch a little bit of that so I can kind of understand what they're doing, because whatever they're doing to him is going to affect a lot of people in terms of how they're handling Tim is how they're going to be handling a lot of other channels, so we have to be paying attention to that. Swig of water to the working man. Damn Sweet says, had to send Jeremy some hearts. I'm feeling gay tonight. That's weird. But you're still welcome here. It's a little weird, but you're still welcome here. Blackguard 4 for 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Blackguard 4. All right, let's get the chat pulled up. All right, everybody here, welcome in. I see Jessica is in the chat. Got to meet her in Vegas. I'm waiting. So Ivan Valientes is working on a kind of a sizzle reel of footage from Vegas. I know he's editing that together, so we're hopefully going to be getting that very soon. And if there's any footage I can send over your way, I will be happy to do that for sure. And Greg Kirby just dropping the bros. Bro. Dude, listen, we have got to show the duality of man, okay? The duality of man is Joe Biden and Donald Trump right now. I mean, it's wild, the differences in what we're seeing right now, okay? Look at this. This is the duality of man right here. Check this out. Nobody cares. Bro, these kids didn't even care. They don't give a shit. You see Trump going to all of these places, and it's like, dude, they fall in love with Trump everywhere he goes, all right? And yet here we are, he just walks in and nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is so embarrassing. Dude, it's like if you've ever had a corporate job and you know how the boss walks in and everybody just is like pretending to care and pretending that they love their job and pretending to, clean everything. Like, that's essentially what this is. Nobody's genuinely excited for Joe Biden to walk into a place. No one's genuinely excited. This feels so cringe, man. It's painful to watch this play out. It's painful to just feel the energy there. Nobody cares.
Don't jump.
Not one single person cared that that man was there. Not one single person cared. That was unbelievably embarrassing. That was unbelievably embarrassing. I just can't believe it, dude. Like, he's trying so hard to be relevant, and the reality of it is nobody cares. And then this is what happens when President Trump comes to Harlem, right here. I mean, it's just unbelievable, man. It's really unbelievable to see how that played out. Like, that was kind of amazing. And the fact that it's on video, they can't stop it. They can't stop the narrative out there now. But while all that's going on, all right, look at this. This is the Chad of Chads right here. President Trump, the Chad of Chads. All right. So this is Trump. Trump has foreign leaders coming to Trump Tower while Biden and Alvin Bragg have him tied up in New York. He's 2 steps ahead of them. So here's Trump with world leaders. What a boss, dude.
Hello, everybody. You know, this gentleman, he's doing a fantastic job. The people of Poland love him. They really do. They really love you. And that's not an easy thing to accomplish, but he's done a fantastic job, and he's my friend. And we had 4 great years together. 4 great years. So that's true. We may have to do it again. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.
What a boss. What a freaking boss. So that's kind of, that's been going. It's really embarrassing what we're seeing from the Biden administration. It's really, really embarrassing. I really can't believe it. But they are obsessed. They are obsessed with, you know, trying to recreate these Trump moments, and they can't do it. But then you've got this lunatic, all right? You've got this lunatic, Joe Biden. And check this one out, okay? This is a real doozy right here, all right? Let me see if I can pull this one up, all right? Here we go. Here we go, right here.
My mom didn't live in Scranton since she was 1954, but my mom...
Jesus Christ. My mom didn't live in Scranton since she was 1954.
Mom didn't live in Scranton since she was 1954, but my mom didn't live in Scranton since she was 1954.
The more I see, the more I'm convinced that he will not be the nominee. I don't think he can. I don't think, dude, we're in April, right? I just don't think the man can make it to November to even get a sentence out. I really don't. And that's not the that's not the only thing. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. Here, where's it at? Right here. Yeah, right here. Here's another one from Biden.
I'm Pittsburgh, and because of, and I really mean it. I'm Pittsburgh, and because of, and I really mean it.
There's no way they're going to put this man on a debate stage with Donald Trump. There's no way that they are going to put him on a debate stage with Trump. All right. Then you got this video here. Oh, it's like a horror movie. He doesn't even know where he's at. He doesn't even know where he's at. This looks like a bunch of kids leading a demented old man somewhere. Holy shit. Yeesh. I mean, when you think it's bad, I mean, that's really bad. But again, with Donald Trump hanging out in Harlem.
All right, welcome to Rob Schmidt tonight. We start with breaking news. You've been watching the last couple of minutes. You just saw it. Former President Trump, actually his motorcade, just leaving a bodega in Harlem tonight here at 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. We had former President Trump in Harlem tonight with a huge crowd in this neighborhood. All of Broadway around 139th Street blocked off, a huge crowd screaming 4 more years, screaming Trump's name in Harlem, New York. This is a place Republicans never, ever, ever go.
That's right.
And what a scene this was. We can pull up some video if we have it, just to show you kind of the moment and what it all looked like. Here he was speaking to some of the press. This is after his second day in court for this ridiculous trial that he's facing in New York. Trump showcasing the rot of New York City that Alvin Bragg has been ignoring while working to destroy Joe Biden's 2024 political opponent. Trump arrived at the Harlem bodega where Jose Alba, you remember this story, where Jose Alba stabbed a violent customer in self-defense, only to find himself facing murder charges brought on by Alvin Bragg, who is effectively a criminal advocate in this city. You can see right there some of the people that came out to see the former president and cheer him on. That's Harlem. That's what Harlem looks like. Those are the residents, very black, very Hispanic. Bragg eventually dropped the charges against Jose Alba after fierce public outcry, but not before the 51-year-old spent a very long weekend on Rikers Island, a very dangerous jail in New York. He was not able to post the $250,000 bail for a couple of days. This was quite a moment here. We had a chance to hear from the former president. He talked about his case, the Alvin Bragg case, as he went around speaking to a number of people. He went inside of the bodega. He spoke to a number of people inside. He came outside, spoke to the media. This is what he said about the Bragg case against him.
This is all politics. This is coming out of the White House. And, you know, it makes me campaign locally, and that's okay. We're doing better now than we've ever done. So I think it's having a reverse effect. All I want is fairness. And these people have to be treated better. The Bodega Association, bodegas, because every week they're being robbed 2-3 times.
This dude's going to end up winning New York because they're forcing him to campaign in New York. So he's going to win New York. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen, dude. I love it so much.
It's crazy. It's Alvin Bragg's fault. Alvin Bragg does nothing. He goes after guys like Trump.
So there you go. I mean, let's pull up just some more of that video just to show this moment. And again, just to reemphasize how crazy it is to see a Republican running for president going up into Harlem. I mean, this is a Democrat stronghold if there ever was a Democrat stronghold. Manhattan is 90% Biden voting. Harlem is probably beyond that when you go district by district. So this was a moment. And what you're seeing right here is a political shift in this country. You're seeing the African-American vote leaving the Democrat Party, realizing they've brought them nothing for the last 50 years, moving on to try something new, just like Trump said in 2016. What the hell do you have to lose? Where have you gotten with Democrats in charge? You've gotten nowhere. He's not afraid to go to Harlem. He's not afraid to take chances. This is why he's a political icon.
He's the man. He is the man. It's so funny to watch it. Again, Trump just is crushing it right now. It's fantastic. Tweeted Tone says, no one should pander to my religious views, or G&G is no different than a safe space leftist group. Jokes, trash talk brings me back to the 2007-2012 golden era lobbies. Now give us a Jeremy Osteen. Jeremy Osteen. Yeah, I mean, technically the Jeremy Osteen gimmick that I do is very, you could view that as a disrespect towards faith if you want to. It's not. It's disrespectful towards Joel Osteen, who's a fucking piece of shit. But the Jeremy Osteen character is not meant to be disrespectful. The Jeremy Osteen character is meant to get super chats to the channel and spread wamens throughout the chat. So wamen. But yeah, look, I mean, at the end of the day, G&G is meant to be simply meant for the people, and I want G&G to operate like I wish the world would operate. Like, for instance, this right here. So I saw this this tweet right here. Ripaverse Goalpost screenshots this. So Andy Signor sends a tweet out, apparently. It says, tell me you didn't approve this D-Day Cobra, because it's some weak-ass SJW crybaby BS. You can call everyone else fat, but when your friend is compared to the legend, it's Miss Piggy. They're being targeted. What pussies? Fact. Both me and that woman are fat. Stop playing victim. And I responded, and I'm like, what did I say? I said, right here, I was like, our website covers a wide range of topics based on the interest of the individual writer and the audience. It's not about my personal opinions, never has been, never will be. By default, I approve of everything posted. So yes, I approve of literally everything posted on the website. I don't care. Nothing on the website is going to reveal, like, it's not going to be based on my personal opinions. And that's just how it is. And then I think that person was like, well, you should put like a disclaimer saying you're not Fuck, I'm not putting disclaimers on there. I mean, if people are too retarded to figure out that I don't write every article and make every social media post under the Geeks and Gamers banner, then I can't help you. I mean, wearing a fucking helmet outside is only going to protect you from so many falls, okay? It'll protect you from the small falls, but at some point, if you're dumb enough and need a helmet to go everywhere, then eventually you're going to break your freaking head on something. So at the end of the day, I think the whole thing is stupid. And I know people are obsessed with dragging me into this and Friday Night Tights and all of that. It's just not going to happen. So, like, here's what's interesting, okay? And this is what started all the dumb bullshit, okay? So this tweet right here, social media user targets Miss Nerdrotic and the Critical Drinkers family. Now, that's a lot of interactions for our Geeks and Gamers Play account, by the way, so that means I probably need to do more of this. But so if you go to the replies, like, people are just crushing. You know, I got to be careful because there's a lot of shit that, again, I haven't scrolled it in a few hours. But so everybody's like trashing me, and they're saying like, oh, you do this, Jeremy, you don't do that. Well, so what's interesting is, like, again, Geeks and Gamers is all about covering things. All right. So the same people that are covering this are like a lot of like pro Comicsgate people. Look what we released today. There's an article right there. Ethan Van Sciver campaign gets Camelot 331 to NASCAR and Cyberfrog on the car. 13 fucking likes. None of them are talking about it because it doesn't fit their narrative to quote tweet and go, hey, G&G showing love to Ethan. No, it's only like specifically like, oh, Friday Night Tights never mentions Ethan Van Sciver, never talks about him. Geeks and Gamers never talks about him. It's just a bunch of nonsense. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, The internet is the internet. The internet is a place where people are going to talk shit. People are going to roast. People are going to meme. People are going to create narratives. People are going to do whatever they're going to do. And you have to be smarter than the internet. And if you get tied up in that web of bullshit, then you're just going to be tied in that web of bullshit. But I'm not. I'm just going to continue to run G&G how I've always ran G&G, which is to say the individuals that are here can have whatever opinions they want. They never have to get my approval for their opinions. I don't care if you like somebody that hates me or hate somebody that I like. I don't give a fuck about all of that. Doesn't matter to me. But, you know, I talk about what I want to talk about. The people that are here talk about what they want to talk about. And at the end of the day, we'll let the chips fall where they may. Yeah, let's, we got a 20, Blackguard with 20, was that 20 more gifted memberships that you just dropped? You mad lad? Yes, it is. 20 more gifted memberships from Blackguard 4. Holy crap. Thank you so much. And Judah Khan is here. Judah Khan, how you doing, man? Saw you in Vegas. I don't have my wallet with me, or I'd show something, but either way. But yeah, so G&G will always cover things regardless of my personal opinions or anything else for that matter. The only thing G&G as a brand doesn't cover is direct politics in terms of the website or the main channel. No direct politics, not even pro-Trump stuff. No direct politics unless that ties into the entertainment industry. And so, yeah, I guess the whole, like there was the Mark Hamill stuff that was going on today. Like apparently. So the whole deal is years and years ago, there was a story that was covered by the mainstream media where Mark Hamill, it was reported that Mark Hamill almost not even requested, demanded that this chick that his son got pregnant, Mark Hamill demanded that she get an abortion. She went to the mainstream outlets to tell this story that Mark Hamill and his family were pressuring her to get an abortion because they didn't want their son involved with any of that. That was mainstream coverage. New York Post covered it, everything, okay? And so, you know, it became like this troll of like Gary to kind of respond about Mark Hamill. Have you visited your granddaughter? And apparently the mom of the granddaughter was on Twitter suddenly, magically today. Magically, she found out about this tweet. Magically, it happened. I'm sure nobody had been spamming her to tell her about this. So magically, she became aware of all of this yesterday, according to her. And so she like tagged Gary and she was like, you know, telling like, you need to stop targeting this. All Gary responded and he's like, hey, no problem. You know, I'm glad everything's worked out. I looked up this person's Twitter. Do you know what she tweeted back in 2018? She tweeted back in 2018 that Trump needs to be banned from Twitter to prevent World War III. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trump needs to... you know what? I'll fucking show you the screenshot because I took a fucking screenshot of it. All right? I took a fucking screenshot of it. Let me send it here on Twitter. Let's see. D-Day Cobra. Send it to myself, and then I'll... So here's her tweet. Right here. Yeah. Interesting timing there that you want Trump to have his Twitter taken away so that we don't get a World War III. Interesting timing there, I must say. Right here is the tweet. I need to... Let me see if I can... Oh, man. It's going to... All right, here. Here's the tweet right here. So... Take Trump's Twitter away and prevent World War III. Save my life in 5 words. That's from 2018. So Donald Trump is responsible for World War III, apparently, according to this person right here. There's always a Trump tweet, man. Always a fucking Trump tweet. Every single time. At the end of the day, Mark Hamill is a terrible, terrible, terrible human being. That is a fact. And nothing is going to ever change that. Mark Hamill has one of the worst cases of TDS that has ever been recorded. He also did try to have his granddaughter aborted. These are things that you do not recover from, okay? That is a fact that happened. Now, because people you don't like, I guess, it's just weird, man. I don't know. But at the end of the day, nothing changes the fact that Mark Hamill is a terrible person. He hates your guts. He hates America. And he did try to get his granddaughter aborted. That's a fact. He did. She went to the mainstream media and talked about this. She made this a public issue with the mainstream media. And now she doesn't want people talking about it. Now, to Gary's point, Gary respected the request, and I respect that he respected that request. But she went to the media and told the story. It's insanity, dude. Insanity. Twitter's been a shitstorm. It really has. It's been funny as hell. But my advice is, if you're on the internet, if you're any type of public personality on the internet is brutal. The internet is relentless, and all you can do is laugh at yourself. And if the heat gets too much, man, just don't get online, man. Just don't get online. Go outside, hang out, spend some time with your friends or your family, because it can be overwhelming if you allow it to overwhelm you. That is the fact. That is the truth. It really can be overwhelming. If you get consumed, if you live on the internet and all you do is consume, information, it can take a massive, massive impact on your mental stability. And I would encourage people to disconnect from time to time. I mean, I have to, and I don't get to disconnect that much, but I do make sure I do disconnect from time to time, because if not, man, it will ruin you. It will ruin you, but you can't take it too seriously. You can't take it too seriously. That's just a fact. Blackguard says, Trump, look at these great American children. Biden, these children smell nice. Sad but true. Sad but true. River Miles says, ninjas for Trump 2024. You damn right. 50 Shades of Grayson says, sorry I'm late. Let's see, I talked up and Googled the name Jeremy by accident and was just kind of spaced out for a while. Anyway, bad news. Biden just scooped up all the WNBA votes. They've lost money for 25 years. Did he get like some type of endorsement from the WNBA or something like that? Oh my God, that literally is that's the winning ticket for Trump right there. That's the winning ticket. If the WNBA is gonna try to, if the WNBA is gonna try to get involved, that's gonna hurt his campaign. River Miles says that was 6 words. Bish. This is a hard word to say because I want to say 2 different words. All right. Ryan does a great job of saying this name. Ryan just says it so quickly, he doesn't think about it. See, I'm overthinking right now. I'm overthinking, and I'm going to accidentally say something I shouldn't say. Figure nagget. All right. Whew. It's tough to get through that one. Is Brian queer asking for a gay friend? Thank you. Ryan just says it so quickly that he doesn't think about it. I sit there and I think about it. I'm like, okay, I can't say this. I can't say, because there's obviously 2 words that you would think would be said in that scenario, but it's not those words. Darth Racer Jeremy, tell her we're much closer to World War III with her guy Biden. I wonder how she feels about that. I would go out on a limb and say, that when you're dealing with terminally ill TDS people, everything is Donald Trump's fault. Everything that's going on is Donald Trump's fault. The current state of the world right now is Donald Trump's fault, according to people like her. That's just a fact. All right. Everything that's happening, the high gas prices, inflation, the border, endless wars right now, that's all Donald Trump's fault. That is how they feel. That is how their mind works. They don't actually operate in the real world. And that's just the reality of it, sadly enough. All right, I do want to see, so something happened with Timcast, okay? And I am interested in this. I don't know what happened with Timcast, but I'm going to pull up Timcast tonight, and we're going to listen to what happened to his show, okay? He says YouTube is targeting him, all right? So apparently YouTube is targeting him right now, all right? So we're going to see what is going on with Timcast.
Service, and when you're not in service, and you can be called a former Marine.
But I was calling Richie Jackson of Everybody Dipping.
Welcome. Let's do this. I love the meta shows where we talk about like the show beneath the show. Like,
oh, here we go. I mean, we're going to talk about nitty gritty. I'll break down everything for everybody. I mean, I typically do. I wonder if we're like the most transparent of shows when it comes to how shows run.
Among them.
Let's jump to this story from the Post Millennial. So earlier today, I was working.
So YouTube removes Timcast IRL episodes featuring Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and Michael Malice 3 years after its air date. So is that the one where they were in like an RV or something like that? Is that what that was? They were in an RV, correct? Is that what they are? Okay. I remember.
I had a great mini ramp session. I would say I'm around 20% of my capabilities. I haven't skated mini ramp in a very long time. And Richie and I were getting the session going. I burned 1,600 calories. It was glorious. Then I went to physical training, and I almost passed out because I was really pushing it.
I heard you were talking about like your blood pressure was like, you felt like you were going to...
3 minutes, and it says your videos have been removed. I get a message from Dane, our social media guy, and he's like, hey, take a look at this. And it says your videos have been removed. So the two biggest Timcast IRL shows on YouTube were deleted, both today. 3 years after they aired, with retroactive policy enforcement that they claim were always in effect, but only now they decided to remove.
Okay, so and I'm curious. I'm wondering if he's going to get into this. Did he have strikes? So are there strikes or are there warnings?
This episode on YouTube, of course, was Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, Blair White, Michael Malice, me. I believe Luke Rudkowski was there. Ian was there. Drew Hernandez was there. It was a massive show in Austin in this trailer. Joe Rogan pulls up to our big trailer mobile studio, and he comes in, and we're like, let's roll. And we had like 160,000 concurrent viewers. Massive. There's no policy violations. We talked about things everybody always talks about. We're very, very strict on this show. You guys know we've deleted episodes live during the show, and we've been working on engineering a dump button, which basically means if there's ever a policy violation, we hit a button, and then there's a delay so that whatever violated the rules never appears, and we don't have to take the show down anymore. So we built all this. Show's deleted. The other episode was the Michael Malice, Alex Jones episode, which was our second biggest, which we did after they took down the first one. Alex Jones and Michael Malice came on the show. It was hilarious and fun. They deleted it and gave us a warning. I don't think we ever got a strike from it.
No, we didn't.
We got a warning from it.
So he didn't get strike. So they did take his shows down. Okay. That's very interesting. And obviously the common denominator there is, of course, Alex Jones. And 3 years later is kind of bullshit. But again, this is YouTube. This is what they do. But that is 100% bullshit 3 years later.
And the warning was on the channel for
90 days.
2.5 years.
Oh, really?
As soon as this happened, I'm on the phone with Google.
2.5 years. You probably had to take, well, it depends on what type of warning it was.
And they're saying, we can't tell you what the policy violation was. And I'm like, how are we supposed to do better and fit your terms of service if we have no idea what you're mad about? And they're like, too bad. I said, okay. So I had all of these people messaging and commenting, being like, "Oh, you're babies. You took the episode down, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, I called Michael Malice and Alex Jones, said, guys, can you come back immediately and do the show again? They want to take down our episode and they won't tell us why. We'll do the show again. And so a week later, Alex and Michael came back, and that was at the time our biggest episode ever, the Try Me YouTube episode. I can only assume they were not happy we did that, but I got to tell you, before we even had Alex Jones on, I emailed our liaison at Google and said, what are the rules pertaining to Alex Jones? Is he allowed to be a guest on shows? And they said, absolutely. And I said, okay, you guys have no issue with this then? I said, no, he just can't have his own channel. I said, done. They deleted the episode. They found whatever reason. We did the show again. No problems. Over the past several years, I've actually spoken with people at Google, and they said they were great episodes. They were fine. I've had people be like, oh, my friends work at YouTube. They're big fans. I've had people who work at YouTube tell me, I love watching the show every night. They took down our 2 biggest episodes at the same time. One, they claimed we promoted QAnon. That is, I say defamation. I've never promoted QAnon. I mock people who are promoting QAnon. When people on this show ever mention anything about it, we say that's silly nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, with him, so right now, and I see you, Doug, over there, 199 watching over on Rumble right now. So it sounds, again, Tim is on a different level, but we've had some issues. I've obviously with Geeks and Gamers, and I've had videos taken down on this channel as well. But if you want, like, it feels like I've always been able to get at least some type of answer. There is a lot of vague bullshit with YouTube for sure. But if you really want like an answer, you can almost get an answer if you try hard enough. At least that's what from my understanding of it. It's not a clear answer to tell you exactly what has happened, but it's an answer that kind of gives you enough of a like, okay, well, this is what they were looking for. But this seems very much like a rogue employee that didn't like Alex Jones or Michael Malice or doesn't like Tim Pool. This is what it seems like. But on the flip side, it's 2024. And this is exactly what we all knew was going to happen. And Tim does have a target on him because he has the biggest show. So he's got a target on him. And this is what I worry about with, like, if they're going to go after him, they're going to go after anybody, which is kind of the same standard of, like, on a different level, obviously, of if they can do it to Trump, they'll do it to anybody. If they're going to take Tim Pool shit down, they're going to do it to anybody. So everybody should be paying attention to whatever's going on his show.
They claimed that we had some kind of vaccine medical misinformation, so you didn't get a strike on that one, but it's okay. Here's what this means. I'm on the phone with Google. Immediately after this happened, I get an email, and they're like, we just want to let you know we took these episodes down. And I said, 3 years after these episodes aired, you're now claiming a policy violation. And they were like, well, it was always against the rules. And I said, okay. Here's what we're going to do. I will instruct my social media guy right now to delete every single video off the Timcast IRL channel. We will air the episodes and a week later delete them from the platform. We will put the clips up and a week later delete them from the platform because that is the only thing we can do based on.
That's what Salty Cracker had to do because they had 2 strikes on Salty's channel, and that's what Salty did. Salty had deleted everything from his channel. You know what else Salty did? Got on Rumble. We'll get into that here in a minute. I'm interested to see if he brings up Rumble. Because the fact is like, the fact that Tim is not on Rumble is mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling that he's not on Rumble.
It's on retroactive policy enforcement. If you tell us what we're doing is fine, and we behave in that way for 3 years, I've got 1,000 episodes. I said we've got 1,006 episodes. Probably about 990 are on YouTube, plus every single clip, which is 3 to 6 clips per episode. And you tell us what we did on that show was fine for 3 years. That means from that point on till today, we did the exact same things we did in that episode. How many episodes am I supposed to go through now to figure out if they violate the rules? And I was told by the person at Google, well, I don't know of any other episodes where this is an issue. And I said, sure. And you didn't know for 3 years this episode was an issue. So my only option then is to delete every single show off the platform, or you're going to ban us.
My theory on this, again, I will see what he says. Somebody said he brings up Rumble. My theory on this is Tim is an extremely smart and savvy businessman, okay? He plays like he's not, but in reality, he's incredibly smart and he's incredibly savvy. I think Tim likes for things like this to happen because he wants to use it for negotiating other options. And the reason I think that is because, see, I'm not a very smart and savvy businessman, okay? Because if I was, I wouldn't be on Rumble right now. You know why I wouldn't be on Rumble? Because Rumble would have offered me a deal to get on Rumble. I literally give Rumble what they want. So there's no reason for Rumble to give me a deal. I know people that have gotten massive deals from Rumble because they were not on Rumble. But I give Rumble everything. We've got 75,000 followers just on Geeks and Gamers, and collectively we have over 200,000 followers on Rumble. And I've given them that for free. But if I wouldn't give them that, and I would just an occasional stream here and there, Rumble would have given me a fucking massive deal to bring my stuff over there. I know that. I know that. I've been negotiating with Rumble for over a fucking year. But ultimately, I was giving them the content, so they don't need to pay me for the content because I'm already giving them the content. Tim likes to leverage situations like this, and he's good at it. He's done it with his memberships on his website. That's why whenever a stream suddenly disappears, he's very vague about giving you the reason why it disappeared. He doesn't tell his audience, like, hey, I ended the stream because of this. He lets the internet go crazy because you've got 45,000 people watching you, and the internet starts going crazy, and there's a narrative that YouTube took him down, and to see the show, you've got to go over to Timcast because that's the only way they're not going to censor him. It's all part of, like, a marketing scheme, and he's really good at it. And I'm not hating on him for that, by the way. I'm just saying that that's what so when he's doing this, I think he's using this, leveraging this with his massive show to get a major deal with another platform. That's my theory.
What they effectively told me was, no, it's fine, you're fine. And I said this. Okay. Then someone at the highest level of Google or YouTube came down to you guys and said, delete those episodes. I don't want them on the platform. Make up a reason. And you're telling me it's fine and we're not going to get banned because you know it's political and it was someone at Google who ordered the shows to be removed. If that is not the case, then you have retroactively placed policy enforcement actions against us, which leaves me with no alternative but to delete every video off this channel. Otherwise, at any moment, we could be banned. And they said, no, I don't know. I can't tell you that. Okay, great. You can't. Well, I immediately made some calls to top men who I will not reveal. We have big plans coming up for the studio move, which is taking place this weekend. A lot of people have said, Tim, go to Rumble. Tim, go to Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, we're on Rumble. And then people ask us why the live show isn't on Rumble.
That's what I was about to say, because I'm like, your live show's not on Rumble.
The live show is the biggest driver of memberships at Timcast.com, which is the only way we're able to do all of this. If we downsized and became like a digital over-the-air show where we just Skype people in and stuff like that, sure, that shaves off a ton of money from our budget, and we could make things a lot cheaper. But I think one of the things that makes the conversations on the show work better, and I've talked to a lot of people in the industry about it, and everyone agrees, is in-person conversations in real life. Well, I don't want to do that. That means right now, based on how much it costs to run this show, drivers, staff, hotels, etc., the amount of members we have is maintaining. The amount of memberships we have is at a decent amount where we make a little bit more every month than we spend on the show, which gives us the ability to.
I don't really understand how, and again, we'll see where he's going with this. I don't know how simulcasting on Rumble or any other platform hurts the membership thing. Maybe he's going somewhere that I don't understand.
Invest in other projects. My concern when I talk to all these other big companies and they're like, we want Timcast IRL live here, or otherwise, is that the clips don't drive a lot of memberships. The live show does, because once we wrap the live show, we say, hey, the show continues at timcast.com. Become a member to watch the members only uncensored. With that, we are maintaining a slight growth. We have a slight uptick, a little bit, in how many members we have, but we don't grow a whole lot. It's very slow and steady. And this means, based on the model we have, the show can continue. If we were to stop doing live on YouTube the way we are, divide it up to other platforms, we run the risk of deranking. We run the risk of losing a large portion of what funds the show, driving new members, and then we become a sinking ship.
Am I misunderstanding this logic? This makes absolutely no sense. I don't understand this logic. If you're simply, all you're doing is pressing another button and streaming to Rumble and giving the audience, because I mean, I am a big fan of giving the audience an opportunity. That's it. So that's why we're live on Kick. That's why we're live on Rumble. That's why we're live on YouTube. And you can watch wherever you want to watch. I don't understand his logic there. Maybe I'm missing something, but that doesn't make sense to me.
We would have to start firing staff, cutting corners, reducing investment in projects. Possible. We could do that.
How?
I prefer not to. So the conversations we've had with other big networks has been, can you cover the costs?
How do you get to the logic of going, if I stream the same exact fucking show that I'm streaming on YouTube also to Rumble, how do you get to the point where you may have to fire people and your budgets are out of whack and it's going to collapse your whole business model? That makes no fucking sense. What the hell? This is insane.
Of how much we make through YouTube in ad revenue, so that if we make this move and we lose money, we stay afloat for at least a certain amount of time. And typically the answers have been, I don't know, maybe. I don't know if we want to do that. And I say, okay, well then we're going to keep doing what we're doing on YouTube because the live show generates the memberships that make the show work. It's that simple.
I get that.
I'll let you guys in on another, I don't know if it's a secret or whatever.
Inside baseball.
Inside baseball. I'm a big fan of Rumble. I'm friends with Chris Pavlovsky. He's a great dude. We use Rumble infrastructure for Timcast.com. We use Parallel Economy for our memberships. We are absolutely utilizing their infrastructure, and they make money from it. We make money from it because we want to build the parallel economy. But there is a reality. When Rumble launched and we split our clips from YouTube to Rumble, we lost probably 40% of the revenue we got from YouTube. Because as much as Rumble is great and we want Rumble to exist and we want to be on Rumble, we don't make ad revenue off those videos. So when a video normally got 80 to 100,000 on YouTube, we would make a couple $100. Now the video on YouTube gets 50, 60,000 and on Rumble gets 30. That means we lost all of that ad revenue.
Well, that makes sense. And I know a lot of people may go like, oh, Tim's just all about money. That makes business sense, though. I get what he's saying there. So don't upload clips to Rumble. That's the answer. Like just live, do the multi-stream. So Timcast IRL is live on Rumble, so that people. Now again, I personally, if I'm speculating, my theory on this is, and again, Tim, you guys watch Tim a lot more than I do. Okay, so. How many times has he pulled this where he ended the stream but didn't give clarity in the past 2 years? How many times has that happened where Timcast magically just went down, but he never said what happened, and then there was speculation that YouTube took him down even though he's the one that ended the stream? How many times has that happened in, say, the past 2 years? How many times? That's happened, I would say, at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 times off the top of my head. So... And he can't do that if he's on Rumble, because the reason he's done that is because when he does that, it's a massive boost in memberships to his website. I get it. I'm not hating. I'm understanding that. But I think that's why he wants multi-stream to Rumble, because you don't have the excuse that I had to end the stream on Rumble because of policy violations from YouTube. Because you can end it on YouTube, but that doesn't mean you have to end it on Rumble. So what would happen is he would end it on YouTube, but he would have to keep it up on Rumble. And that wouldn't give him the narrative of everybody going to his website, because they could just go watch it for free on Rumble. That's what he's doing. If I'm not, that's my theory on it. That's my theory.
So we have to maintain memberships. We can't just shut down and switch to Rumble, because then we'd have to start laying people off and shrinking the ship. Don't want to do that. We are currently having conversations with some other companies. Now that YouTube has made these moves, there is renewed interest in how we can make these changes. I don't want to say too much because business negotiations are ongoing, but there are some potentially big moves that may happen based on this. I think what we're seeing with YouTube is a few things. Just yesterday, many people noticed the view count on the show was going all wild and crazy, but that wasn't unique to us. It affected tons of other YouTubers and channels that were noticing weird issues pertaining to live and view count. And the day before, something similar happened. View counts crashed on a bunch of videos, and people were like, whoa, my video didn't get any traffic. It was not unique to any one channel. Something must have happened at YouTube with a policy change. Now there's retroactive enforcement. I don't think it's a coincidence that around the same time, 2 episodes are nuked instantly. Maybe some new guy came in. Maybe they hired a new person. Who knows? Have no idea. I told Google, I cannot run a business if this is how you treat your business partners. This is an FU to me and a threat. They issued a warning on our channel requiring us to take a class to better understand how we broke the rules. But we didn't break any rules. Not a
Yeah, he's right. He is right about all this.
single rule was broken. They lied. They're liars. And so I said, if you email me and say, due to this, that, or otherwise, we're going to remove these videos from your channel, don't worry, no effect to you, I would grumble and complain. But when you issue a warning on my channel, you are saying we are prepared to ban you permanently. We are prepared to take you down for a week the next time this happens. With any one of your videos from the past 4 years, it could happen. We are prepared to permanently ban you if we can find 3 more videos over the past 4 years that we can interpret as breaking the rules. Your show is permanently banned in every respect off of YouTube. So I said, what should I do then? The only thing I can do is delete every single video. And then they were, oh, no, you can't do it. I don't think it's a coincidence that it's 2024. We knew things were going to get crazy this year. And now YouTube has taken such an extreme and drastic action, such as a 3-year retroactive enforcement.
It is ridiculous.
There's a couple things we can do. We'll have more information on Monday. We have big plans. We're moving into our new studio on.
All right, so that's kind of the gist of it. I don't want to watch the rest of it, but I will respectfully give Tim a like because I did watch his stuff and reacted to it. Yeah, I think that I think that Tim is very good at what he does. I don't believe a lot of. I don't think Tim Pool is necessarily an evil person or anything like that. I just think that he is a very determined businessman, and he's willing to kind of do whatever he needs to do, which is not a bad thing. Most businessmen are like this. I just feel that we're in this new age of, where he is the mainstream media for all practical purposes. He is the mainstream now. He's the guy, he along with me, a few others, obviously, but it just feels really disingenuous the way he approaches things like this. And when they opened this, it was like, oh, we're, is anybody as transparent as us? And it's like, yeah, I am. I think I'm far more transparent than Tim is. I don't think they're very transparent at all. Which they don't have to be. You don't have to be transparent. You can like, he does a good job. He does a really good job. But I think that he projects that I'm transparent, but in reality, he's very, very, he keeps a lot of things close to the chest of what he does. But the Rumble thing, I'm pretty sure that that's exactly why he won't do the Rumble thing, because he can't pull the, when YouTube takes me down, or something happens on YouTube, or if we have to end the stream on YouTube. That is, and again, it's a brilliant business move. When you got 40, 50,000 people watching you, and then suddenly you have to end your live stream because of someone said a bad word. And so all that you get is a massive, massive wave of new members to go over your website. And if you're multi-streaming on Rumble, you don't have that excuse, because I would say 98% of everybody watching that stream would go to Rumble instead of go to your website and pay you money. And so so they would go to Rumble for free and continue watching. It's a business move. Nothing wrong with that, but that's what he's doing, in my opinion. That's what he's doing. But anyway, that's the latest. I will be on the lookout for that. I've had multiple videos taken down on this channel. I don't think I've ever had a strike on this channel. I don't think. I've had multiple strikes on the Geeks and Gamers channel. Shout out to Naughty Dog for some of those strikes. Thank you so much, Naughty Dog. You can all go fuck yourself over there. Yeah, so, but I don't think I had any strikes. I have had videos taken down. I had a, what was that fucking crazy bitch's name? The Kraken lady. From the 2020 election. What was her name? The release the Kraken lady. What the hell was her name? I'm looking at you, chat. I had multiple videos that talked about her taken down on this channel. Somebody's going to say it. The Release the Kraken lady. What was her fucking name? Sidney Powell. That's it. Yeah, Sidney Powell. Sidney Powell. Yeah. YouTube took down like 2 or 3 of my videos talking about Sidney Powell. And in those videos, I said, I don't know if this bitch is like legit or not. She's either like dropping the biggest bomb ever or she's lying her ass off. I don't know, but it's entertaining as hell. And YouTube took multiple videos of me talking about her down. So it was pretty damn funny. Steven Crowder does it all the time with the YouTube dump button. Says, was that Modalicious? Modalicious. Thank you, Modalicious. All right, couple super chats. Let's see. Darth Racer says, Jeremy, be aware that the bots can manipulate likes, dislikes, as well as comments. Prager got hit. Vids I watched of theirs had strong POS ratings. A few months later, it reversed to negative ratios. Oh, positive ratios. Positive ratios. A few months later, it reversed to the negative ratios. It's not organic. Be aware. Noted. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I got to show this real quick because this is kind of cool. Let me see if I can pull it up. Again, shout out to the 199 always representing, okay? The 199 always stepping up, always making it happen. Look what you guys did yesterday. In the United States of America, Geeks and Gamers, #2 in the United States of America for most super chatted YouTube channel. #2 in the entire United States of America on super chats. Holy crap. Banger, all right? And for weekly, Geeks and Gamers is 4th for the week. Geeks and Gamers is 4th for the entire week in the United States of America right now. That's absolutely insane. So thank you guys again for continuing to support us in whatever way you can. Lord of the Rings says a fucking steak. Yeah, I think that's like a gaming channel that beat us. It's like a big time gaming channel, I think. I'm not sure. All right, this clip right here was posted by Donald Trump, so I want to watch it. So let me see here. Let me post this right here. All right. So it says Trump goes straight from the courtroom to the campaign. Here we go.
Well, Donald Trump was in court yesterday, and jury selection, they narrowed it. 7 jurors were sworn in for this hush money trial. 11 more are needed. But Trump
Don't you think
left.
that's quick to get 7?
Well, especially after the first
zero
day.
The day before.
Yeah, exactly. A tech worker, an English teacher, an oncology nurse, sales professional, and software designer or engineer, and 2 lawyers.
2 lawyers.
But look what Trump did. He left the courthouse and went up there to Harlem in front of that bodega where the man who no longer works there, remember he was working there, Jose Alba, and a guy comes in and is trying to steal stuff from him.
Tried to kill him,
and so Jose kills him. And Jose was charged with murder, went to Rikers. Those charges were dropped after everyone in New York and all of our...
You're right, Lance. This is clear election interference. It's as clear as day. And my gut feeling is that Donald Trump is not going to walk away from this with this New York case clean. I think they're going to get they're going to get him. I think he'll be listed as a convicted felon, which is what they want. They want him to be listed as a convicted felon. 1,000%. Rye the Guy says, just sending a super chat to help pump those numbers up, baby. Thank you, Rye the Guy. Appreciate that, brother.
Our Fox viewers were complaining.
Well, then he couldn't go back to work because he was getting hassled on a daily basis.
That was Alvin Bragg, right?
Right. And we saw the video when this happened back in 2022. And so yesterday, Mr. Trump says he was invited by the Bodega Association to stop by. They say they've got a real problem there. But essentially, they're using a little campaign strategy. The former president, is trying to turn the tables on the DA here in Manhattan, who is prosecuting him in the hush money porn star trial. He's saying, look, Alvin Bragg came after me. It's a fake case. Why is he coming after me when he should be going after actual people who are breaking the law?
Here's the former president.
This is all politics. This is coming out of the White House. And, you know, it makes me campaign locally, and that's okay. That's not, I don't think so.
I love how he turns around and he just looks back at them as they're cheering. Doug B, I meant to get to that one earlier, Doug. I got you, bro. I got you. Give me a second. Man, Rumble has been pretty active tonight. You mad lads over here on Rumble. Holy crap. Doug B for 20 says Trump was killing it in Harlem yesterday evening. Meanwhile, Biden couldn't even fill half of a quarter of what looked like a kid's basketball court in his hometown, where they screamed him out of town. 199. Absolutely. I love this, how Trump turns around as he's talking and starts.
This is all politics. This is coming out of the White House. And, you know, it makes me campaign locally, and that's okay. That's not, I don't think so. We're doing better now than we've ever done. So I think it's having a reverse effect. You know what? All I want is fairness. And these people have to be treated better. The Bodega Association, bodegas, because every week they're being robbed 2-3 times. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? The police can do it. They can stop it. But they have to be allowed to do their job. So
This is Harlem, New York. By the way, yeah, I didn't do their DNA, but that does not look like a. That looks like a very diverse crowd.
It is, because that's Harlem. And, you know, Joe Biden has a fatal flaw here. He keeps saying, you know, he's a billionaire. You can talk about where he's from all day, but it's about what candidates represent and who they represent. And when you see diverse people out there saying 4 more years, Harlem has been broken. Do you think those businesses want more taxes? Do you think they're comfortable with the crime happening in this city? As Alvin Bragg, the only time you see his face is when he's going after Donald Trump. Yep. There is no sympathy for the victims there. You don't hear anything about from the current president about taking the housing from the seniors in Harlem and putting the illegals in there. You think Donald Trump is going to support that?
You know, just to look at the difference in Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Look, he's like chanting with them and holding up his fist, going around shaking hands, taking pictures with these individuals. Joe Biden just
not
we never see him do that.
The other thing, he talked to the press. He actually answered their questions, and you know what? I'm pretty sure those questions weren't pre-screened. There were no cards.
Right.
And he doesn't embrace. He knows he's in the middle of a gag order. He knows he could easily say, guys, I'm going to get myself in trouble here. But he goes, no, I'll take it. And number two is what I think is important is that Donald Trump can go to other places. Like, how about the subway station where Danny Penny was forced to just bring into action?
He might. Do you think every day after court he's going to choose a different location in New York?
Absolutely.
Right. And today is an off day because they are making progress. And Brian, to your question about whether or not, you know, why they seated so many jurors yesterday, because the day before the judge said, look, if we don't pick up the pace on this, we're not going to get Wednesdays off. So suddenly both sides agreed on those 7 people, but they still need like 5 more. And
we want our time off.
He wants one. The judge wants Wednesday off.
Yeah, right. They all want Wednesday off.
But I think it cannot be lost on us that the president of the United States, former president of the United States, is being forced to campaign in this region alone because this judge cannot wait to put the trial at a different day. I think when the former president says that it's election interference, I think there's some credibility there, and there's a point there. Why are they staging all these trials to where he cannot campaign in another state when Joe Biden gets to be in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, and maybe if this is the only one, it's okay. But if you have 2 more trials where you got to sit there in the audience.
The judge said he has to stay in New York, right?
That's what
At night,
that
after
surprised me.
the
He's just
court
got to
could
be in the court.
In the court.
He can travel around.
He could travel and do rallies all over the country at night.
Exactly.
Well, Lee Zeldin says New York's in play.
That's the question.
Lee Zeldin goes, Donald Trump is going to put New York in play.
If he keeps going to these different spots that have been forgotten. You don't see Joe Biden in Harlem campaigning.
He doesn't go to New York. He wouldn't even talk to the mayor.
Exactly.
Well, this is the thing is, so Trump didn't, do a lot of the campaigning in these areas in 2016 or 2020. And now, because you're forcing him to, he's only going to benefit from it and benefit, I think, greatly. I mean, when he keeps doing stuff like this, This is a massive win right now. Massive win.
And keep in mind, the year that Jose Alba was assaulted by that guy, the guy tried to kill him, that was when Republicans ran on, look at the crime. It's rampant in the streets. Well, and Republicans in certain localities did a pretty good job capitalizing on that.
One of the jurors that was excused, she said inside the courtroom, the jurors were pretty even. For Manhattan, which is surprising.
Right. Well, one of the things that she said, and I think it's important to note, is that some of the people were saying that they watch Fox. Just because they say they watch Fox doesn't mean that they're a Republican. We have more Democrats that watch our network more than any other. But that same person said they watch MSNBC and they read the New York Times.
But one watches. I saw one listens to the Breakfast Club with Charmaine the God. The other works at Disney. Right? That could be dicey. And the other one reads the Daily News. The Daily News is the most anti-Trump newspaper in the country, and there's great competition.
Look at this. Daily News here. They get their news from Google and TikTok.
Right.
This one,
Disney.
Let's see. There was another one, New York Times. Your list is different than mine. I had a longer list.
It's interesting
a lot
because
of them New York Times.
What Donald Trump said yesterday is he's just looking for jurors who will be fair. You can watch anything you want. You just want fairness.
Yep, and he's running on Make New York Safe Again now. So he's turning it into a campaign slogan now. So he's running on Make New York Safe Again, which is a massive win because New York's a shit show right now. So, of course, running on Make New York Safe Again.
Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump got sworn by his supporters, some supporters of his, as he campaigned at a New York City bodega yesterday.
Running on Make New York Safe Again is phenomenal.
That was the same bodega where worker Jose Alba stabbed an ex-con in self-defense, only to be hit with a...
I don't think I'm going to show that. There we go.
After spending the day in court, the former president made a little visit to the Manhattan bodega. Trump says he was invited by the Bodega Association to discuss rising crime in New York City and how that crime puts the owners and workers in danger. And when he got there, he was met by a large crowd of supporters chanting Trump and 4 more years. They even broke into song at one point, singing the national anthem.
People have to be treated better. The Bodega Association, bodegas, because every week they're being robbed 2-3 times. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know what? The police can do it. They can stop it. But they have to be allowed to do their job.
At that same bodega in 2022, Jose Alba was attacked by a man while he was working behind the counter.
I don't know if they're going to, with YouTube, I have no idea how YouTube handles this type of shit, so.
There have been more than 4,000 robberies in the Big Apple, which is up 4.3% from last year. There have also been over 17,000 retail thefts, an increase of almost 7% from 2023.
You voted for this, New York. Are you going to vote against it? Are you going to stand by and watch this shit just continue to fall apart right before your very eyes? I mean, it's just absolutely insane to me that they're just sitting back and watching this play out. New York, again, I haven't been to New York in a long time, but it's, from everything I hear, it's an absolute shit show, especially in the city.
The former president has been confined to the courtroom in New York for his trial this weekend. He's required to attend every day going forward. Trump says his opponents and Democrats want to keep him off the campaign trail, but he told his supporters yesterday that he thinks it will have the, quote, reverse effect. The second day of the trial ended with 7 jurors being seated.
So, yeah, of course it's going to have a negative impact, and because Trump's going to take full advantage. That's what he does. All right, let me see where we are. Cellular Dream says, bro, Jeremy is gay, bro. Dragon Dan says, turned the big 33 years old today. Jesus is king. Well, happy birthday, Dragon Dan. The Exalted Patriarch says, Warhammer cucked out, and by extension, Henry Cavill. DI is a plague. Games Workshop has no money from me ever again. Hail the 199, bro. Beardo's nemesis John Morrow says, do you approve? LOL. Shadow Saiyan says, call Beardo to say John Morrow says he's gay. Not for $9.99. Beardo's worth at least another $1. Bane Zero says Tim stays on YouTube because he can claim to be victim of YouTube censorship, and if you want to stick it to them, pay for his website. If he spreads it out, he can't do that. That's what I believe too. So this whole Motolicious talked about Crowder having a dump button. Is that like a thing? Like, did Crowder, again, I I never watch Steven Crowder consistently. I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to make the chat mad. I would rather watch Timcast than watch Steven Crowder. I just would. I would rather watch Timcast than Steven Crowder. I at least find Tim's show entertaining. I don't find either one of them as individuals entertaining, but at least I find Tim's show entertaining. But so did Steven Crowder kind of pull that same thing? Like, oh, my show's going down or something like that? I don't know. But I'm curious about that. Blackguard, who dropped 20 more gifted memberships, by the way, says, is his logic that the memberships on Rumble is lower, therefore if I leave YouTube for Rumble, I would lose revenue because the followers on YouTube wouldn't carry over to Rumble? I think what his logic is that if he, without him saying it, by the way, his logic is, as long as we're live on YouTube, it drives more memberships. And essentially, if they go over to Rumble, then they can't drive memberships. The problem of him saying that is that he's leaving out the obvious reason as to why that happens. And what the obvious reason is what I said, that he can't pull the whole, well, we have to stop streaming on YouTube today because of censorship. We have to go to my website. He doesn't have that same excuse if he's on Rumble. And I think that's what he's saying without saying it. Let's see. Alan Tenacious says, I heard Tim Pool has some Jack Murphy beard he shaved off under his beanie. I can't confirm, but that's what I heard. Scan in, hail the 199. Shadow Saiyan. All right, Shadow Saiyan. Goddamn. Shadow Saiyan for 50 says, fine, Jeremy, do it now. Hang on. Let's see. I got to find him. Here we go. I'm not even going to call him. Or let's see. Hang on. Let me see. There we go. I hope he doesn't say a gamer word. I wonder if he's live. I don't even know if he's live.
Yo.
Hey, man. How you doing?
I was doing fine until you called.
Just live here on CobraCast. Just wanted to check in, see how you're doing.
Son of a bitch. All right, do you need Beardo or do you need Fear the Tardo?
Well, I got a $10 super chat wanting me to call you, and I said he's worth a little more than that. He's worth a little more than that. Yeah. So, I mean, we did get a 50. We got a 50.
Oh, okay, a 50?
A 50. And I was just want to let you know that John Morrow says that you're gay.
Yeah, well, fuck that asshole.
I'll see you tomorrow for Daily, bro. Bye.
All right, I'll see you. Thanks.
Bye. All right, there you go, Shadow saying. I fucking love you guys, man. It's so funny. All the inside jokes. Linko Kenobi for 10 says, this is ridiculous. Trump will prevail. New York loves him. And I'm going to discuss this issue in the morning. For right now, I'm going to watch my favorite channel, Hail the Snake Pit, Trump 2024 199. Thank you so much. Beardo's nemesis, John Morrow, for $14. Call Beardo and tell him I said he's gay. Goddamn. Chris Corran says, call Beardo and Jay and tell them they're gay. Oh, my God. Robert Broker says, call for the Call Beardo Fund. Tell him John Morrow says he's gay. Holy crap, guys. Quentin Daniels says, great to catch you on and everybody in Vegas for 2 nights. Great to chat with you. Back in Australia now. One of the 2 Australians at the event. Another trip is needed. Dude, it was so cool that you guys traveled that far. I'm glad you had a great trip to the United States over here on the West. So you guys were great. And everybody in Vegas was awesome, man. It really is an honor to do those meetups with you guys and just get to hang out, shake your hands, get to see you guys in person. I know Linko Kenobi, Linko was like awesome to like the 199 stuff, all of that. It was super, super cool. So thank you guys so much. And I'm glad you guys got home safe and everything went good from that perspective. Let's see. Objectively, a cat says free speech is the only, impediment to those who deal on lies. Truth is objective. There is only one truth, and it's found through evidence and inquiry. Thank you, Objectively, a cat. Hayden Wayne. You can pull any Steven Crowder live stream on YouTube and you can scrub through. You'll see a dump screen, but Crowder is partnered with Rumble too, so it makes sense. I'm on my drive to work tonight. Hail chat. Thank you, Hayden Wayne in the house. Well, so I don't have a problem if he has a YouTube dump button now. That makes sense because he's primarily on Rumble, but I meant like before the Rumble thing and all of that, did he pull the whole we gotta end YouTube because it's so bad, go to our website? Did he even have that? PJ says Crowder has a dump button that he uses only in the most extreme cases to avoid strikes, but I think it just stops the stream for a minute or two on YouTube. Okay, all right. I mean, that does make sense. My only issue with it is, like, again, I love my audience. I appreciate my audience. Doesn't matter if there's 100 people watching or 1,000 people watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I don't want to just to end a stream. You can tell the audience what's about to happen if you want. And when Tim ends those streams like that, he doesn't tell the audience what's going on. But he knows he's going to end the stream, but he lets the stream end without communicating with the audience, sending them into a scramble, sending them to a frenzy. And essentially, everybody goes to his website and pays to become a member. Great business move. Little disingenuous from an audience standpoint, which is what I don't like about it. But at the end of the day, I support Tim Pool. I support Steven Crowder. I support literally everybody that is supporting Donald Trump right now because that's all I care about. Support Donald Trump. That's it. Doug B. for 50. Jeremy, what kind of support might you need to flip the entire script, move to Rumble, and make YouTube the backup platform? If that's even technically possible for you, what could I maybe do to help? Wow, that's a huge question, Doug. And ultimately, from a Geeks and Gamers standpoint, I don't know if that's an option. From a D-Day Cobra standpoint, that's more realistic. I got too much tied into G&G, but the D-Day Cobra side is more of an option for sure. It really just comes down to revenue, and it's all relative to everything that I've built. Right now, how I have it currently structured, which I'm working on separating, but I do not have it separated right now. How I currently have it structured is that D-Day Cobra is under the Geeks and Gamers banner in terms of the revenue. So everything I do it goes back into the company. It goes back into the business. So when Tim's talking about revenue and paying people and payroll and overhead, he's 1,000% right. You can, I'm sitting here telling you right now, I know it's easy to look at Tim and see that he's got millions of dollars and he gets all of these super chats and he's got these studios and sponsors and all of that. And it's easy to think he's just rolling in the dough, and he probably is. But I'm telling you, man, the dude probably spends a fuck ton on overhead, because I do. I spend so much money on overhead, it's out of control. But that's my choice. That's the way I've built it. That's the way I've chosen to do it. And so I have so much money tied up in overhead to continue to make the operation move forward that I don't have as much wiggle room as you might think. But moving forward, my idea is to separate D-Day Cobra from Geeks and Gamers completely. That way, it's cleaner that way. It's a little more organized that way. And I could do a separate deal on D-Day Cobra that's more Rumble centric. But YouTube, or on Geeks and Gamers, I've got to stay on YouTube for now. You know what I mean? And it makes sense from the D-Day Cobra standpoint, because the things I want to talk about on Rumble, or the things that I want to talk about, are things I could talk about more freely on Rumble. Whereas over here, I have to be a lot more shouldn't say that, shouldn't say that. Geeks and Gamers is a little bit different because it's a gaming, nerd, entertainment sphere. So I don't deal with that a whole lot. But over here, yeah, there's a lot of shit I'd like to say that I can't. in terms of like, how can we do, ultimately, what will ultimately answer that question is when we relaunch the website and we start having money go into the website, and I don't have to be relying upon YouTube or any of these other platforms, because that's why Tim is so comfortable, because he does have his website. And the thing that scares me and every other creator is your YouTube channel being taken down. We really have no control over that. Like, we do in certain ways, but it's just so finicky that you just don't know. So like not my entire business, because I have a lot of, I have this kind of split up a lot, and there's a lot of revenue sources that we have at Geeks and Gamers, but obviously YouTube is a major source of that. And so if YouTube was taken down from us, which I don't foresee happening on the Geeks and Gamers side, that could be a huge problem for me moving forward. But that's something I'll get with you, Doug. But if you guys are interested, like, what did I talk about the other day? I talked about wanting to potentially crowdfund opening up a retro gaming store in Orlando, Florida, and having it where people could come and hang out and visit, and we do live streams from that place and everything like that. That would be that's my dream, is to have a retro gaming store, especially with the way that, and I don't mean like just a small little place. I'm talking about a legit hangout where there's not like full on food, but like, you know, snacks and things like that. From that perspective, like, it would be a pretty big place, and potentially could we crowdfund something like that? I don't know. I mean, I think we could, but I don't know. But yeah, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. And shout out to everybody who supports us on Rumble. And again, I know for a fact, and I say this very confidently right now, all right? With Geeks and Gamers having over 200,000 followers just on Rumble, without us really pushing that, with no exclusive content, I know for a fact that if I would not have put everything Geeks and Gamers onto Rumble, and if I would have just flirted with them a little bit, I know for a fact that Rumble would have given me a massive deal to get Geeks and Gamers over there. But I'm an idiot, and I just was like, well, if 100 people want to watch me on Rumble, I just want to put it on Rumble. I'm not going to play the games. And I thought that Rumble, in good faith, would be like, well, these guys have been here, we're going to reward them with some massive deal or whatever. They didn't. They're not going to, at least at this point in time. And that is a little frustrating to me, because it's like, I'm sure you guys remember this. Anybody that's a DirecTV customer from back in the day, you remember you would be a DirecTV customer for like 5 years, and yet they would offer all these new deals for non-customers. Like, hey, if you sign up to DirecTV, we're going to give you a year full of NFL Sunday Ticket and HBO and Cinemax. And you're like, what the fuck? I've been here for 5 years. What the fuck do I get for free? You know what I mean? That's essentially what it feels like from the Rumble standpoint, where it's like, well, I've given them everything, so they don't give a fuck about me. They want the next person that's not on their platform. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Golden Nugget says, since she was 1954, I guess we found out who Awesome Guy is 199. That is true. The good old Joe Biden. Your Barmy says Sound of Freedom 2, rescue the kids from Biden. Slade Lawton says, get Biden out of Pittsburgh. We don't want him here. Eric K says, how could anyone let that monster get around children after the diary and Hunter's laptop? Very dumb, uneducated people. Like, you have to be a serious psychopath to let Joe Biden around your kids. You just do. Based on the videos that we have seen. I'm not making any direct accusations. I'm saying based on the videos we have seen from Joe Biden, you have to be a crazy person to let that man around your children. I don't know what you're thinking by letting that man around your children. Joe the Bard says, I wanted to say Trump 2024. Also, Jeremy is gay. Let's see. Pre-Dawn Corp says, I hope Biden debates Trump. It would be comedy gold. Yeah, see, that it will be a gold mine of memes and clips. It would, but it ain't happening. Sadly enough, it is not happening. Let's see here. All right. So Old Renaissance Nerd says, on this site, search Robin Williams Biden, about 30 seconds. Now, Williams died in 2014, and he saw this back then, LOL. Oh, I know what clip you're talking about. I know exactly what clip you're talking about. Nick Brone, the meetup was a blast, and glad I saw you guys there. My apologies again for getting drunk and inviting everyone to an orgy after you repeatedly said no. I know Ryan, so, I mean, Ryan does the same thing, so it's all good. I'm pretty used to it. The dude says, Jeremy, can't give you enough respect. Hail, Geeks and Gamers, and hail CG. Absolutely, man. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Slagless says, the Miss Piggy pick was kind of funny in how it resulted in so much pearl clutching. The Griftosphere will get upset with Yo Mama jokes next. Yeah, I mean, my attitude is it's the internet. And who cares, let people talk shit. If you respond to it and show that it bothers you, then the internet's going to do more of it. That's just how it works. That's the rules of the internet. I didn't make those rules up, but I've been on the internet long enough to know exactly how it goes. Kongzilla says, saw Biden in Pittsburgh today. Lots of people giving him shit. It was glorious, LOL. Blackguard says, it was always the Republicans' Trump's fault. Despite 50, 60 years of Democrats' rule in the major cities, disregard Biden's 50, 60-year record. Yeah, exactly. Ryan Kennel, can't be the Ryan Kennel. I dropped a super chat on Grizzy's live stream and told him about Geeks and Gamers. He said he was a big fan of you guys. You guys would probably hit it off. Grizzy's, yeah, he's done a lot of clips and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, of different like YouTube or Star Wars reactions, cringe Disney Star Wars reactions. There's Modalicious. I got that one earlier. Modalicious says, election interference. That's a bold move, Cotton. Black Art says, Trump's energy post-court is reminding me of the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. Media mostly is pro-Amber Heard, but most of America is pro-Depp. 1000%. The Inquisitive Gentleman. Sorry, off topic. Helldiver soon. It's fun to watch. Yeah, I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of things. So, yeah, I want to get back into some gaming. It's just been, I just got back from Vegas, so we're just trying to get back in the rhythm of things. 50 Shades of Grayson says, Donald Trump is the Tom Brady of Americans. Johnny the WizKid says, hope y'all had fun in Vegas. I'm in Tokyo, and I'm exhausted. It's great here. I don't know how to say that one, but it's an anime paradise. Y'all should come here someday. I want to go to Japan really bad. I really want to go to Japan bad. Sophie says, did you get the fish shirt and the manga? Tell me. Fish shirt and the manga from my P.O. box? I feel like I did. I'll double check, Sophie. I'll double check. Shadow Sand says, we collectively spent $90 to tell Beardo he's gay. I respect you for that. I respect you for that. Alan Knight says, yo, mama's so fat she uses Saturn's rings as a hula hoop. All right. Vault 95 says, Beanie, the parallel economy boy, still refuses to do a dual stream into Rumble. Says he won't do it because of the money, even though he admitted to having an 8-figure business. But hey, parallel economy. I get it, though, man. Like, look, Tim is making a lot of money. I guarantee you he's spending an ungodly amount of money to run Timcast. He's spending an ungodly amount. I do understand that. Cap and Cheese says, Joe Biden came to my city today and no one cared or gave him the time of day. I'm so proud of my people. Also, if you're in PA next Tuesday as our primary, go vote Trump 2024, baby. Let's go. Mod Eric says, I'm going to rescue a crane bird and make a business called Ukraine. Get those billions of government while I can. Vault 95 says, Beanie has been exploring installing a dump button for the show since early 2021. Won't do it, though, because of what you said. Panic the audience to drive them to his website. And then PJ says, any idea would be the start of a stream on both platforms, but then part way through just switch to Rumble exclusively. It works for several other creators. I do agree. I mean, a lot of people do that. I hate doing exclusive deals on platforms because ultimately it's like I hate forcing people to go to other places. Like I believe, and of course that's something that we're going to eventually do, like on the website or some shit like that. But I hate the whole like, hey, I'm ending my stream here on YouTube for the 1,500 people that are watching on YouTube, and I'm making you go to another platform. Well, if those 1,500 people wanted to be on that other platform, they would already be on the platform. Like, I don't like that tactic. I know a lot of people have to do that tactic with their deals on Rumble. And again, if I had a deal, I would do it if that was what was required of me. But I don't like doing it if I don't have to do it, if that makes sense. Saturn Dreaming of Mercury gifted 10 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you so much. The Exalted Patriarch gifted 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you. I saw we just got a 50 from David Phillips. Hey, Jeremy, been gone for a bit, so have some of my bucks. Oh, by the way, did you see the Alina Hubba on Benny's show yesterday? Worth a look. P.S. What's up, Snake Pit? Absolutely, I did see Alina Hubba over there. As a matter of fact, I believe it's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I think I'm going to be on the Benny show. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but I think it's next Wednesday I'll be on there. Let's see here. Bradley Scott says that Dreamcast fishing controller was pretty damn impressive. I have to ask Jeremy, fishing video? Shh. You know that ain't happening, as much as I wish it would. Randor says, greetings from Canada. Could you please clone Trump and send the clone to Canada, please? No, we need Trump here. We need Trump here. Lucas Woodcock says, this intro hits hard every time. Trump 2024, MAGA. By the way, Jeremy is gay. Burrito Man says, Snake Pit 199. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, hail chat, scanning in 199. Let's get the show started. Warren Smith, bro, stop being jealous of Biden. We all know how he is popular, how he's so popular. He will get 600 million votes this time, bro. Hail the 199. Hope you're well, Jeremy. What's up, Warren Smith? Hope you're doing well too, brother. Good to see you here. Alice in Blunderland says, Biden should stick to lounging around in his nursing home, being spoon-fed and having his diaper changed. Trump is the true president of America, sending love from the UK and hoping Trump gets a second term. Trump for America. Frosted Sleet says, hey, Jeremy. Well, hi, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Buster Nut Smash says, have you seen the video where he said his uncle was eaten by cannibals? I don't think I've seen that one. Biden? I don't think I've seen that one. Philip Johnson says, Luke Skywalker is 50 times the man Mark Hamill is. I'd say never meet your heroes, but he is clearly not one anyway. Watch movies, ignore actors, 199. Yeah, I mean, again, Mark Hamill's just a terrible human being, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like, he is a bad person. It's not about just his opinions. Like, Mark Hamill's just a bad person. And there's... I think a lot of people have struggled with that because he is Luke Skywalker and he is an icon from that standpoint, and he was also the Joker. And a lot of people just have a massive amount of respect for the fictional characters that he portrayed, and I do understand that. And for the longest time, I probably didn't realize that, but the more I've looked into it, like, that Mark Hamill is a bad person. He's just not a good person. There's no justification for him whatsoever. Robert Pennington says, Mark Hamill was the Joker, but is now just a joke. Yes, 1,000%. Gunko Max says, Jeremy left Vegas early to avoid having attend Ryan's milk chocolate wedding. Haas Von Butterdotch says, gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Amani Wilson says, Google employees were protesting Google, which explains the problems with YouTube yesterday. The employees protesting Israel connections with the company. Yeah, it was wild yesterday. Swig of water to the working man, by the way. Like on Tuesday night's main event, we were down to like 20 people watching us, is what YouTube said. And I honestly, like, when that happened, it kind of was like, do we really ever know how many people are actually watching a stream? Because... And for those that were watching Timcast yesterday, what was the lowest that he had? I feel like the lowest he had was like in the 200 to 300 range. Now, at our peak, we had like 3,000. All right. So at our peak, we had 3,000 watching us on YouTube. And then it dropped down to like 20 people. All right. And so I looked at Tim, and Tim had like 300 or 400 watching him. So I'm just curious, what was the lowest number that people saw on Timcast? It was a very weird thing. So when that happened, I'm like, do we ever really know how many people are watching us on YouTube? 439, is that what it was? 439? I thought I saw like 320 or 360 or something like that. Let's see. Copper says, all of you are shills. Well, you're a member, so thank you for supporting our shilling. Let's see. The chat speed gives at least an indication. That is true. But yeah, like, I I don't really understand if we really ever know how many people are watching on YouTube. It's a really weird dynamic. So 239, is that the lowest it was on Tim? So if Tim had 239, and that's kind of based on the fact that he had probably 30 or 40,000 people watching him before everything crashed. We had 3,000, and then we went down to like 20 or 30 people. And it was like, okay, if the lowest Tim was 200-300, and then we were down to 20. If you had like 100 people watching you, did you go down to like 1 or 2? And it's just like, do we really ever know how many people are really watching us? And that's why it really just comes down to chat interactions and things like that. So it's fake, all of it. Probably so. Let's see. We just got a 50 from Russian Bot. Says, good logic. The following pro X suing a New York judge to restore Trump's voice. Setting politics aside, it's a matter of constitutional rights. Despite presenting his case, he wasn't taken seriously because he's nobody. Now he's gearing up for appeal and needs help. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I will have to check that out. Hell yeah, man. Dude, Trump is going to get a ton of support. He absolutely is. He is going, like, this is going to send him to another stratosphere of popularity. Nick Skyberg says, Crowder's dump button is like a radio broadcaster dump button. Dumps words that YouTube doesn't like. Okay, I get that. Blackguard with 20 more gifted memberships. 20 more gifted memberships. John Kennedy says, did you see the clip of Joe Biden claiming his uncle got shot down in New Guinea? No, didn't see that. Blabs the Tower Tart says, I tagged you on something on X. All right, I'll check that out. John Carter says, is it Ovadio Mall? East of Orlando has lots of empty space for retro gaming joint. Food court and theater still there. UCF and Army Sim Center nearby. The idea of like a G&G retro store is insane to me. Jared the American says, let's see, do you know who Queso is? He's very big. I don't know who that is. Modalicious says, your mama's so ugly when she gives oral, it also counts as anal. Mod Eric says, the DA said they need more evidence before they can charge the Palestine protesters that shut down the Bay Bridge. LOL, thousands of people have video evidence and they were arrested. Yeah, man, like what the fuck? Like, that whole thing was crazy. Like, yeah, the number one way to get people over to your side of the argument is to literally block them from going to work or going home. Well, going to work, that might help if you block them from going to work. But blocking them from going home? You think that's going to help them be sympathetic to your cause? What the hell's wrong with these people, man? It's truly astonishing how dumb these idiots are. It really is. I didn't see this clip, but Drew Hernandez tweeted this out. I want to watch this really quick. Here we go. Pittsburgh hates Joe Biden. I respect it. That's awesome. And right here, Joe Biden jokes about election interference.
Under my predecessor, who's busy right now,
Yeah. Under my predecessor, who's busy right now. Yes, literally election interference. Literally election interference. Absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane. They're just joking about it. It's a joke to them. It's a big joke. Good Lord, man. All right, I didn't see this clip. This is from Viva right here. This is one of the... So this is one of the prospective jurors who assured us she could be unbiased in the Trump trial. She was dismissed due to scheduling conflicts, but she said this, while also assuring the court that she could have remained objective and biased.
Can you share your opinion of the former president and why you felt that you could be unbiased?
I'm not a fan. During COVID-19, I lived with someone who was immunocompromised, and I think his handling of COVID-19 was abysmal. I have a sister who is adopted from China, and the comments he made about China when he was running for president made her very anxious, and therefore made me angry. There are policies he has supported that regard women and reproductive health that I do not agree with. And I think all of that needs to be addressed.
What a fucking psychopath, man. These people are fucking insane. They're insane. Oh my gosh. But people are waking up. People are waking up. Right here, Stephen A. Smith.
It's much ado about nothing. To my liberal friends out there, all you're doing is showing that you're scared you can't beat them on the issues and the merits. That's why he keeps saying it's a political campaign against me. That's why he keeps saying they can't beat me at the election, at the polls. This is the only way they could do it. And if you don't put him in jail, and he still goes from being the presumptive GOP nominee to the official GOP nominee, and he goes to the polls, even though he was going to whine about winning and being rigged again, you have given more fodder to that argument, which means we'll never have peace in this country because tens of millions of people.
They're not giving more fodder to the argument. They are proving him right. And Stephen A. is too scared to say what's really going on. They are proving him right. It is election interference. What they are doing is election interference. And they are doing it because they know they can't beat him. Say it, call it for what it is, Stephen A.
See what extent the other side is willing to go through just to keep him out of office because they can't beat him on their own merits. And they're going to say, hey, you trumped this up against him again, and we'll have no peace. When all you got to do is figure out a way to beat him on the issues. But you haven't been able to do it. What a damn shame.
And you know what he's going to do? He's going to vote Democrat in November.
I was only joking when I said on First Take this morning I'm considering voting for a third party because that would throw away my vote. But I do mean it when I say this. If I did it, which I won't, but if I did it, you deserve it. You can't beat them. Everything you do shows me you can't beat them. It's a damn shame. It really, really is. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing that you won't call it like it is, and it's embarrassing that you want to sit here and try to... He's basically, what he's trying to do is he's trying to kind of like lean into the conservative side and get attention from that, but he's not going to actually support Trump, even though he knows that he should be. He's too scared because he's too much of a coward. That's it. David Phillips. David Phillips. David Phillips. Says says Stephen A. is a house rigger. had to put a little bit of distance in between that. I was saying it. Holy shit, that was funny. You got me on that one. As soon as I'm like reacting to it, like it comes in and I'm like, oh shit, how am I gonna dance around that one? How am I gonna dance around that one? I did see this one as well, okay? And I have not watched the video yet, but Trevor Bauer apparently is filing criminal charges have been brought against his accuser. So if you guys know about this, this was a Major League Baseball player, which has basically been ran out of Major League Baseball over Me Too bullshit. And he uploaded a video today. Let's listen.
One of the women who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch you up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all of this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Asimonu, has been criminally indicted for committing felony fraud against me and another man. So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020. Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future.
Holy shit. Whew. Bitches be crazy. Just saying.
It's hard to keep track, but she's made at least 4 7-figure demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing, she never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant, and that's corroborated by her own medical records. When I refused to pay her the $3.6 million she was asking for, she made up a bogus sexual assault claim and filed a civil suit against me. In that version of her story, she claimed, for the first time by the way, that there was non-consensual sex, but her texts from the next morning show what actually happened. Remember this text in which she explains why she came on to me? She also claims that instead of an abortion, she actually had a miscarriage, but that's impossible, of course, because again, she was never even pregnant. We now have emails between her and the first 2 law firms that dropped her, in which they acknowledge they never had any evidence to support her claims, but they'll try to get my money anyway. I then shared an audio recording I have in which Adana contradicts her own claims and asks me for money. In the emails, her lawyers agreed that that's insurmountable evidence, and they inform Adana that they can no longer represent her unless she can provide documentation or proof of her claims. Of course, she couldn't do that, so the law firm urged her to consult other law firms with different standards. Now, Adana has filed more than 10 police reports claiming sexual assault or harassment against other men, including at least one other professional athlete. But after the Scottsdale police completed their investigation into her claim against me, she's the one being indicted for felony fraud. And not just against me, against another man as well. She made up bogus sexual assault claims and attempted to extort him too. And it gets worse. In my lawsuit against her, we subpoenaed a witness whom she knew for relevant documents to use in our case. And when she found out, she immediately made sexual assault claims against him too. Her MO is clear. Lie to men to get their money, extort them if she must, and when they refuse to pay, stop paying or stop giving her what she wants, go to the police, accuse them of sexual assault, and file a civil suit against them to retaliate. And just so no one can say, well, he still has 2 other accusers, just because the first 2 are complete frauds doesn't mean the others are. Here's a couple facts about them.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works, because at this point in time, if you are a man and you are accused of something, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's bullshit, doesn't matter. Because then you have another crazy bitch that's going to accuse you of something, and they go, well, this is the second time he's been accused. The accusation is the damaging effect. That's all it takes, is the accusation. That's it. That's all it takes.
They both had lawyers first demand in excess of $3 million to not go public. In both cases, only after I refused to pay any sum of money did their lawyers make anonymous claims in the media. They both had the opportunity to file a criminal complaint against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to file a civil suit against me. Neither of them did. They both had the opportunity to participate in Lindsay Hill's civil suit against me. They could have even done so anonymously. They both refused. One of them even submitted a statement to the court stating that she never made public accusations against me. The other refused to participate so vehemently that Lindsay Hill took legal action against her, trying to force her to participate. She still refused. So they both had the opportunity to testify under penalty of perjury. Neither of them did. One can only wonder why. Perhaps it's because all their claims against me are lies. Now, it's been 2 years since these women and their lawyers attempted to weaponize anonymous claims in the media against me to take my money. I addressed them at the time, and as far as I'm concerned, it's in the past. But if there comes a time in the future where I need to defend myself further, I will not hesitate to do so. For now, there's no reason to speak further on this topic, though, because outside of Adana, who's now been indicted with felony fraud, there are no claims against me, no ongoing investigations, and no outstanding lawsuits. At this point, I'm not sure what else I can possibly do to prove my innocence in all this. I did not do what I was accused of. And every institution that our society is entrusted to rule on issues like these, like courts, judges, law enforcement officers, prosecutors, they all agree with me. They've rejected every single claim made against me, even going as far as charging one of my accusers with a felony. If any evidence of any of these claims actually existed, I would have been charged, or at the very least arrested. But that never happened. What else do I have to do to prove that this entire situation has been a massive lie? This is insane. At what point do I get to go back to work and continue earning a living?
It's wild, man. It's a wild story. And it's just, you have got to be careful. If you're a dude, and you got to be careful, man. I know that, and for me, like, a drunk chick was always a very unattractive scenario for me. I don't drink, so but that's not a good situation. Going out to clubs, going out to bars, going out to parties, and hooking up with women. It's always a risky situation, dude. And that's usually where this comes into play, because women like that are usually at bars, at clubs. There's usually alcohol involved. And yeah, I mean, and when you're there, and again, as a man, one of the number one things that you can do is not put yourself in a vulnerable situation to begin with. Because we all know that once you're in that moment, it is really difficult to get away from that moment. And that's what I've done, all right? Because I choose to not put myself in vulnerable situations to begin with. That's how I've always been. You do not want to put yourself in a situation where an extremely hot chick is all over you and there's all these opportunities and temptations, because holy fuck, man, that is where you fuck up by putting yourself in the situation. You win or you lose by not even going there to begin with. And but yeah, it's crazy situation. And then we also, on this one, we have Brian Cox, who's an actor, says he probably will leave the U.S. if Trump is reelected. It's very hard to govern America, and you simply don't need idiots like Trump doing that. I do think that Biden is a good man, but he's too old. So Brian Cox is apparently going to move from the United States of America if Donald Trump gets reelected. I will say, please do that, sir. I would help you pick a place if it will speed up the process. We will all help you pick a place if it'll speed up the process. David Phillips for 50 says Lindsay Hale had that FF look on her face in that vid. Trevor must also have your condition, Jeremy. Black from the waist down. Oh, man. You guys are a trip. Leighton Hallman says, all I can say is don't hook up. Not worth the pain and lawfare. I agree. You just got to be careful, man. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, have you talked about that dummy who threatened the mayor only for her to be arrested and charged with 18 felonies the following day? I don't think I've seen that story. Calhoun says, who is Brian Cox? He's been in a lot of movies. You've probably seen him in a lot of movies. He's never been like a leading man, but he's always been like, he's always been in movies like as a supporting actor or things like that. You've more than likely seen him in a lot. Jupiter Knight says, Free Bauer. That 304 should get the full 16 years in either Leavenworth or Club Gitmo. Both will serve as a warning of these lying 304s to stop. Fantastic Mr. Knox says, she juror should live in China then. No. Yeah, like the bullshit that she was saying about China and all that. Yeah, he was in Troy. He was in Super Troopers. That's right. What else was he? He's been in a lot of stuff. Was he in X-Men 2? That's right. He was William Stryker in X-Men 2. That's right. Yeah, so he was in Super Troopers. He was in Troy. He was in X-Men 2. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he's never been the lead. He's always been like a supporting in a supporting role. He's a good actor. Maximus BT says Eric July ruined this stream. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Ripa. It's his birthday. Happy birthday to Eric July. Let's see. John Kennedy says, so this one time during World War II, Biden's uncle got shot down over New Guinea and eaten by cannibals. Anyway, 63215, hail the 199. Thank you. Black Tailgate says, it seems like people forget where the phrase fuck around, find out came from. They do tend to do that. Allison Blunderland says, yo, mama's so fat that she could go, what? Potholin on that ass. We get yo mama so fat jokes now. This is what was that MTV show? What was that MTV show where they did the yo mama jokes? What was that called? Was Nick Cannon part of that shit? I think Nick Cannon was on there. What was it called? PJ says, I get it, but if you can't really say what you want on YouTube, is it worth self-censoring? But I support you and how you want to run your business. Love you guys. It's very wild and out. That's it. Yeah, wild and out. Ben Giles just subscribed on Kick. What's up, Ben Giles? Thank you for subscribing on Kick. Haas von Bader Dutch says, have you heard about the Dalton, is that Illinois insanity? If not, look it up. The former mayor of Chicago is getting involved. Really? It's weird because you hear how bad a lot of these areas are, like New York, Chicago, whatever. I'm sure people on the outskirts don't really have a lot of problems. It's just within the city. That's where the big problem comes in. Let's see. Brer says, facials only, guys. Show her who's boss. Yeah, it's just weird because, yeah, you hear, like, with New York, like, I don't know. Like, I know, like, when I went to Chicago years ago, and it was like there was like this whole thing about how bad it was with Chicago and people getting shot, but where I was it wasn't too bad. Holy crap, Alec Baldwin's finger on Kick drops 30 gifted memberships on Kick. Let's freaking go. I like Kick. And the thing that I like, again, I'm missing out on a fuck ton of money if I would have played the game with Rumble and gotten whatever deal that they offer everybody. But I like that we have, I don't have to restrict Kick or any other place. And there might be another platform in the future. But I think Kick is a really good platform, actually. I think it's really good, and I like it a lot. And they give us... what do we get? What's the cut over there? 95% cut, I think Kick gives us. Yeah, it's a 95% cut that Kick gives us. By the way, you can, and again, this is something we just recently rolled out, and he don't miss, by the way. Alec Baldwin's finger don't miss. 221B Tactical. You can go over there right now. You can use the promo code 199. You get 10% off of anything on the website. And they're giving us a massive cut of anything you purchase with the 199 code. So 221B Tactical, 199, use that code. If there's anything you want over there, please go over there, check it out. Mods are going to be dropping links in all 3 chats. And also, Meta PCs, you can use the promo code 199 over there, and it's boosted. And I got a couple of emails where we sold a couple of PCs over there. So again, if you're interested, Meta PCs and... over on 221B, promo code 199. And Doug B just dropped 10 Kick memberships. Let's freaking go. The Kick and Rumble audience is very passionate. They're very passionate indeed. And I like that. So is YouTube, of course. Of course. Is it true Kick is through Amazon? What do you mean, is it through Amazon? Like do they have AWS and all that? I don't know. I have no idea about that. I don't know. I mean, Kick has been in like our chat a few times and stuff like that, especially on the Geeks and Gamers side, and they've been really supportive. I'm sure they know about me and my politics, and they don't have a problem at all. Rye the guy says, yo, mama's so stupid she bought tickets to... I don't know why it's so funny. Your mama's so stupid she bought tickets to Xbox Live. That shit's funny. That's so dumb, but it's funny. I'm laughing about it. Kick uses AWS servers. Okay, thank you, Cam Man. Thank you. I don't know why I laughed at that one, dude, but it's so fucking funny. It's such a stupid joke. All right, we're over the 2-hour mark. I said we're going to go 3 hours. Are we going to make it 3 hours? We'll see. We'll see. But I did promise a 3-hour stream tonight. I certainly did, and I have not forgotten that. Now, Benny posted this the other day, okay? Benny posted this, and I don't know what this means. I have not watched this, okay? I have not watched this. Benny posted this. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with the gifted membership. Thank you. Fox News live audience roars as Vivek announces debate against Kamala, Trump's vice president, with a question mark. Now, I love you, Benny. Benny's good at the clickbait, okay? And again, I'll be on the Benny show next week. But I haven't watched this, so let's check it out.
Person in the United States of America who is in charge of AI policy. Right. And I'm quite certain the woman cannot spell AI. Yes. So.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. So if we have one superpower on this program, it's that we are super noticers. We pay attention to the political...
Super noticers, Benny Johnson. Before we get to that, though, legalize adulthood just dropped a proper 199. Legalize adulthood. Legalize adulthood showed up to the Vegas meetup. Legalize adulthood gave me every 199 copy of Marvel Comics. Yes, every issue 199 of Marvel Comics. Legalize adulthood brought that. Are you kidding me? Yes, he did that. Absolutely insane. And since I've got Dave Rubin on the other line, he keeps saying, do the Humpty Hump. Come on and do the Humpty Hump. Not really sure what that means, but it is Wednesday. Trump 2024, baby. Let's go. Thank you, Legalize Adulthood. Yes, Legalize Adulthood gave me every issue 199 of Marvel Comics. Absolute mad lad. Absolute mad lad. Yes, they were the originals, Dustin in the Wind. Yes. So, yeah, absolute mad lad. Appreciate you, man.
Breaking news, online ecosystem space, and it makes us really, really good at sort of locking in the greater overall trends of what's going on. Lucky for us, we have a lot of friends who actually are massive influencers in those spaces. Vivek Ramaswamy is one of them. And at a live event that we did with Vivek just a few weeks ago, I could barely get a word in edgewise, not because he talks too much at all. Actually, it's very interesting to listen to Vivek talk, but because everyone kept chanting VP at him. The crowd of 500 people at a local brewery in South Carolina was chanting VP the entire time we were talking. The people wanted Vivek to be Donald Trump's VP. Now, this is not a new phenomenon. In fact, the first time that Vivek and Donald Trump were on stage together, this happened.
Yeah, it's definitely not a new phenomenon. This is something a lot of people have been saying. Now, for me, and again, I have not seen Benny's video, so we're going to watch Benny's video. But I don't think that Trump wants Vivek as VP. That's my gut feeling. I have no insight on that. That's just my gut feeling. I don't think Trump wants him as VP. I personally would like him as VP. I think it would be a good pick, but I don't think Trump wants him.
Okay. And since then, you can see see the two of them.
Wow,
them talking. Donald Trump, very impressed. The Vivek Ramaswamy, 2 thumbs up, right? Look at that. Looks like a ticket, doesn't it? 2 thumbs up. Since then, the two have walked into Mar-a-Lago together. Look at this. Vivek and...
That's a winning fucking team right there, though. It really is a winning team. Like, that's a winning team.
His wife, Apoorva, with Melania, who needs no introduction, and Donald Trump. In one of Melania's, first appearances back on the proverbial campaign trail. At this event, of course, which was star-studded, Vivek was welcomed on stage by Donald Trump. Even after Donald Trump was doing a little dance, feels a little VP-ish to me, said one user on social media, with Vivek Ramaswamy being introduced by Trump and Trump sort of doing the point to Vivek, right? Now, there have been varying reports of people saying, hey, Vivek's going to be this or he's going to be that in the administration. Just last week, Donald Trump told Vivek Ramaswamy, we need to win.
The thing is so again, historically, the VP has never really mattered. It doesn't matter from even the voting standpoint or from the policy standpoint of whatever the administration is going to do. Just not. That's different this time. Trump's VP is the most important VP of our lifetimes because Trump only has 4 years. So his VP has got to be someone that's going to move forward MAGA. He's got to move forward MAGA. And Legalize Adulthood just dropped 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, Legalize Adulthood. You mad lad, you. Thank you so much.
Vivek, we love Vivek. What a future. We better win. We better win, Vivek.
We've got to win, Vivek, as though they're sort of on the team. I guess they're both Republicans. They both ran for president, so they're kind of on that team together. But they're also on a team that is, raising $50 million. Oof. The most ever raised by any political candidate ever, Republican or Democrat. Vivek was on the invitation, actually, to this event. We've been covering this event quite exclusively because it doubled the amount that was raised by 3 past Democrat presidents. Man, looking rough. They're all looking rough, man. A life of evil. It'll weigh on you. Vivek Ramaswamy, you can see him right there on the invitation.
A life of evil will weigh on you. That's pretty good. It's true,
This is very, very interesting, right? When Vivek gets asked about being Donald Trump's VP, he says, hey, I'm going to support whatever decision he makes. Success is unifying. That's our message. Success is our vengeance. Vivek was also asked about potentially being Donald Trump's VP, and he said he looks forward to debating Kamala Harris. I'll be sure to face off with her on it, Vivek said. Well, this caused a lot of people to say, oh, well, when would you debate Kamala Harris?
Not going to be debating. I don't think anyone.
That was a while back.
It'd be good just to say, why shouldn't George Washington be banned? If you're going to take all these other names off, all these statues down, why should Washington still be around as any figure we revere, given his slave-holding past?
I'll file that away, Laura, and I'm looking forward to hearing Kamala's answer. I don't expect it to be super coherent, but I'll be sure to face off with her on it.
All right.
I'll be sure to face off with her on it. The only time that Vivek Ramaswamy would presumably be able to face off with Kamala Harris is on a debate stage, and whew, hot damn would we ever look forward to that. Now, Vivek was on a very different stage last night at Fox News Studios in New York, the Greg Gutfeld show, but he was, again, asked in a segment about Kamala Harris what he would say to her in a debate. And his answer did not disappoint. Here's the full setup.
I got to ask you, because you're a persuader, how would you allay somebody's fears if you were, and I'm not talking about a phony person, but a person who actually believes this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I think that, let's take her at her word. Mm-hmm. She's really worried this is going to be the last election we're going to have. Well, you know what? Never in American history have we had a party in power that has tried to remove their opposition from the ballot. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I am a little bit worried that this could be the last Democratic election we have. Never in our history have we had a president in power that's using the power.
I don't think, and I feel like Benny's just putting a lot of pieces together that we've already seen, but my feeling on it is that Trump likes Vivek a lot. I don't think Trump wants him as VP. It's just a gut feeling I've had with watching their interactions and things like that. And maybe it just is because he feels that Vivek is going to be better utilized in other areas. I think Vivek's going to be in the Trump administration. I 1,000% believe he'll be in the Trump administration. I don't think that VP is the place he's going to have him, but I don't know who that's going to be. I don't have a good feel for who he's going. And again, I think that's by design. I think Trump is a master at this, at marketing, at building anticipation, things like that. I think Trump is intentionally not letting on to who the VP is going to be so that when it is announced, it's going to create a massive amount of enthusiasm and discussion and things like that. But I don't know who the VP is going to be. I have no idea. I know that Vivek has been a name. Obviously, Tucker Carlson was something that was briefly discussed. Byron Donalds is a name that's out there. Tim Scott is a name that's out there. I don't like the idea of Tim Scott as VP. But honestly, though, in a conventional sense, like in a normal setting, normal 4 year or 8 years for the president, like I think Tim Scott would be a good VP. I just don't think he'd be a good VP in this situation because I don't think he's a guy that can move MAGA forward post-Trump. Is Byron Donalds someone that can do that? Maybe. I like Byron Donalds. I think he's got a lot of kind of like, he's got some charisma, he's got personality, he's got presence, he's very well spoken, he's very smart, and he does support Trump. So I kind of do like, I like the idea of Byron Donalds being VP from a perspective of, I think he's the type of guy that could move MAGA forward. So is Vivek, to be clear. Tim Scott is not that guy. He's absolutely not. I know Tulsi's a name that was out there. No. Not a chance. I want Tulsi. With that said, if he picked her, I would obviously support because, yes, but I don't want that at all.
Of prosecution against the very guy who's running against him.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Maybe I do agree. Maybe I am worried that this could be our last Democratic election.
Mm-hmm.
See, Kamala Harris, when she's saying she met with 150-plus world leaders, I was actually surprised. I didn't know she could count that high. And this woman, take it seriously. She's in charge. You brought up AI. Kamala Harris is literally the person in the United States of America who is in charge of AI.
Have a good one, Beaky. Have a good night.
Policy.
Right.
And I'm quite certain the woman cannot spell AI.
Yes.
So in her case, I don't think she's worried this is going to be the last election America has. I think she's afraid this is the last election that she's going to have. And I think that's really what's on her mind. And God bless this country.
I hope you get to debate her. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Well, we will have some fun with that whenever that day comes. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, broke some news here. He's the new VP. No, I'm
50 years from now.
Yeah. All right, up next, did Avenatti speak?
Okay, whoa. All right, so there you have it. Once again, and look at the crack of the smile, some people have speculated that Vivek is not going to be the VP, but then again, I've seen some major polling from some very interested parties that are quite close to President Trump that proves that actually he'd be the best nominee to be VP. So we'll see.
I think right now, if you were to do a general poll for MAGA supporters and you asked them and gave all of the major names that were in the running, I think Vivek would be the person that is the most popular choice for VP. I 1,000% believe that. It happened on this channel, and I know this is a smaller sample size, but obviously we had a very strong Trump base here. So I'm pretty sure that that he's the most popular choice.
We've barked up that tree, and we've asked our sources, and you know what they say? Nothing's been decided yet, and that Donald Trump feels the energy of the moment and the time and the place. And he has not picked anyone yet, and he's doing these groundbreaking fundraisers with Vivek. He's welcoming him on stage, and Vivek is making comments like this. I look forward to facing off with Kamala Harris in a debate and making fun of her and actually getting in some good zingers there. He continued to make fun of Democrats and their persecutions of Donald Trump. And on a more serious topic, really talk about what that means for the country.
Vivek, okay. Tyrus raises a good point here. I feel like there might be an unlikely buddy friendship developing now that Trump has thanked him. Could they do a show together at some point?
Well, the show would be on MSNBC. It would actually more than triple their viewership. I'll tell you this, if you're MSNBC, I just want to pick up on Tyrus's point. Think about it. The best legal analyst you can get is a lawyer who ended up behind bars. Right now, if you think about this, that's a pretty big slap in the face to Ronna McDaniel. Okay?
Yeah.
Ronna and I have had our differences, but at least she's not making calls from the prison payphone.
That is true.
And I do think that this guy has been exploitive, but at the same time, irrespective of this man, he makes an obvious point in this country. It's amazing how your view of fair trial changes when you're on the other side of some prison bars. But the reality is, the whole point of Donald Trump's trials is not that they were supposed to be fair. They were designed to be unfair from the get-go. So if you view this as some kind of technical failure, you wonder what's going on. If you realize this was the point, This is exactly the system working as it should. It has an immune system to one man trying to do everything in their power to keep him out of the White House. And the more they do it, the more people in this country say hell no to that type of lawfare, and that we, the people, get to decide who runs the country.
There you go. Good point.
Getting good reactions there on Gutfeld's show. Obviously, one of the highest.
Yeah, I mean, Vivek is a good choice. Again, Benny's kind of been speculating on this VP stuff for a while now, so I don't. Trying to get this chat back up. Come on, chat, where you at? Why does the chat always mess up when I try to do this? There we go. Chat's up now. So I gun to my head, if I had to pick right now, I don't know. I have no idea who he's gonna pick. I really don't. I don't know. Like, I just don't. I don't have a good feel for anybody to be his VP at this point in time. I just don't know who it is. I'm completely thrown off by this. Eric says the Republicans are resigning right after it is too late to appoint anyone else will be the downfall of the party. They want the tie. So nothing gets done. They are afraid of Trump as well. Well, they certainly are. Osmora199 says, yo, mama so fat she walked past the TV and missed 3 episodes. Wolf Mob says Jeremy is gay. Crystal D says the VP has to be Trump's life insurance policy. I don't trust Vivek to be that. I think Trump Jr. is a VP. Can Trump Jr. be VP? I guess that's the question. Can he be VP? I'm sure they could work something out. But if that's the case, that would be my number one pick, honestly, if Trump Jr. could be VP. That would be my number one pick, honestly. Jake CB says, I think Trump is going to choose his VP based on who does the best PR for him while he's temporarily in jail. I don't think he'll actually be in jail, but he is bogged down with all this shit. But Rand Paul, let's see. Rand Paul would be a phenomenal pick for VP. You know who else has been the name that I've heard a lot, unfortunately? I've heard Little Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is a name that I have heard a lot of for Trump's VP, and I don't like that idea at all. I fucking hate that idea. Legalized adult over 20 says Vivek for Department of Homeland Convenience Stores. The fact that Marco Rubio's name has been mentioned way too much for my comfort. Okay, way too much. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I guess we will see what happens with that, but I'm not a fan of that at all. Rand Paul for Senate leader. I mean, again, Trump can build an absolute, he could build the, conservative Avengers if he wants to, and that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to build the conservative Avengers, and it could be absolutely incredible. Deb H. says, I like Byron Donalds. I like Byron Donalds a lot. I like him a lot. I don't like Jeremy. Step up and put your hat in the ring. I will pass. I'll rather just do CobraCast and Geeks and Gamers. I'll stick to what I'm good at, and it certainly ain't going to be the VP. That is not my expertise at all. So I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Hey, y'all remember the what's her name? That motherfucker's not real girl. You remember that? And I better get some super chats out of this, okay? I'm going to grift off her a little bit. She posted a picture earlier, and I just want you guys to see it. It's for educational purposes only, all right? So the airplane lady, you remember her? Remember the airplane lady? Yeah, the airplane lady. There we go. She posted a picture earlier. So there you go. So it's just for research purposes. I just want to know what you guys think of this image. I'm curious what the chat thinks. I just want to see the chat go crazy. Look at the chat. Let's see what the chat... there's the chat right there. So I'm just curious what you guys think. I'm just looking for a little bit of feedback, okay? Just curious. Her post is, wonder how many people I'm going to piss off with this post. And so there you go. There you go. So, hell yeah, D-Day Cobra says Punch McLightning. Looks hot, but she is crazy. So there you go. OnlyFans coming up. Maybe. But, all right. So let's see what the chat's saying. Why does it? There we go. All right. Keep it up for a few more seconds. I love the internet, dude. I love the internet so much. Keep it up for a few more seconds. Is that what she said? Keep it up for a few more seconds. Is that what she said? Legalize adulthood, says Dave Rubens all in my DMs. He keeps saying, I'm a pencil eraser. Let me rub one out. What the hell, legalize adulthood? And as legalize adulthood says that, Willie Will. Does that mean I have to put the picture back up? Willie Will dropped a proper 199. A proper 199. Holy crap. Woo! David Phillips says she belongs in the streets. Let's see. Alice Bloodland says, yo, mama's so fat that she sells her own sweat as perfume. Oh, God, that's terrible. Willie Will. You mad lad, Willie Will. Does that mean we have to put the picture back up? Is that what that means? Is that what that means? Says nothing. Willie Will says nothing. This is research. All right. If you guys want, I'll put the picture back up because of Willie Will. Okay? Here you go. Even though Willie Will is a happily married man, Willie Will was doing it for the chat. Okay? All right? Let's see. D-Day Cobra, Quartering complained about the post, so I had to remind him of the scam companies he's willingly advertised. Well, that's how I saw it, because Quartering quote tweeted it, so I saw it on my timeline. Willie Will says, sure. Okay, I got Willie Will's permission. So this is for the chat. You can thank Willie Will, chat. Okay, you can thank Willie Will. All right, I just want you guys to know that, okay? You can thank Willie Will for this. So I want to see a lot of thank you, Willie Will. All right, thank you, Willie Will. That's what we need to see, all right, before we do this. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier with a gifted membership. Thank you so much, Willie. All right, thank you, Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier. Appreciate you, bro. All right, let's see here. Hang on. All right, so you guys, all right, you guys ready? All right, so here we go. You guys wanted it. You got to be quick, okay? It probably won't take too long, but for your enjoyment, okay? Here we go. All right, guys, there you go. All right, I'm sorry. We'll go back. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. All right, there's your palate cleanser right there, okay? There's your palate cleanser right there. So there you go. A lot of people are mad at me. I understand. There you go. Okay, so there's your palate cleanser right there. You're welcome. Thank you, Willie Will. Appreciate you, brother. I thought you liked this. Hey, you know what? You know who's actually the victim in this situation? Me. You know why? Because my search history is going to say Lizzo now, okay? So I'm the one that has to pay the price because I had to search Lizzo. Let's see. Doug B says, my eyes. Damn you, Jeremy. Ignore that text I sent. Oh, man. That was good. That was good. It was fun. Laugh it off, everybody. We're good. I won't do it again, I promise. I would never, ever, 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 ever do that to you guys again. And just to show some good faith, okay? Just to show good faith, if I can find it. I got tagged in this picture earlier. Okay. Just because, you know, I like you guys. Okay, there we go. That was from the Benny Show, all right? That was a screenshot someone took and tagged me in. So there you go, okay? There's some haba for you, all right? I'm willing to pay back my mistakes, okay? So mistakes were made, but I have corrected now. Now we're good. You can continue to enjoy the episode of CobraCast. There we go, okay? My apologies. Chad is brutal, man. Chad is brutal. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. Scarred me for life. Dizek of the Dead for $9.99 says, I'm working on an album that is fit for an election year, including a rap song for the 199. And I was wondering if it was cool if I use audio from the stream where the 199 was born. Stay tuned. Hail. 1,000%. Yes, you can use Geeks and Gamers streams. You can use D-Day Cobra streams, all of that. Yes, you are welcome to use our content. You can use our content if you love me, if you hate me. You know what? We put stuff out on the internet, and it's the internet's to use for however the internet sees fit. So yeah, 1,000% though. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're coming up with. My computer's not working great after the Lizzo picture. I don't know if there's a correlation or not. Varanit says, Jeremy is not gay. He's a lesbian trapped in a fagot's body. Thank you, Varanid. Why is my computer so slow right now? Like, it really is. My computer's really slow right now. VJ Noel says, watch out, Sydney. We have a new thumbnail. Fantastic vs. Knox says, at least it's not breasts. I don't know, man. My computer's not working suddenly. So I don't know what's going on. Something's not right. This is a problem. We got to get this fixed. Back to Twitter. I'm looking right now. We're trying to see. So that's how I saw the picture of the airplane lady, because Quartering Quote tweeted it. All right. And let's see. Elon Musk is bringing Vine back. Elon Musk is bringing Vine back. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see this. I don't know what we're about to watch, but we'll see. Well, hang on. Let me do a refresh so I can get it moved over. Here we go. I don't know why Twitter does that. All right, I don't know what this is, but here we go.
Wow, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Fuck you. And right here, and fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you.
Oh, that's so great. That's so good. One more time. That is a great edit.
Wow, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for nothing. Fuck you. And right here, and fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you. Wow, yeah.
All right, that's really good. That was really good. That was damn good, actually. So, holy shit. That was fantastic. It sounded, and if you didn't know, that's exactly, I would think that's real if you didn't know. So that's pretty awesome, actually. What is, there's this one clip of Trump. I don't know if you guys remember this. I know you guys remember this, though, to be fair. But hang on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. It might, YouTube, like, yeah, here we go. This is one of my favorite Trump clips right here. I mean, this is just fantastic, okay? Here we go. Oh man, did it. Here we go. This is one of my favorite Trump clips right here. Here we go.
You expect
Matt Whitaker to be involved in the Russia probe? Do you want him to?
It's up to him.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
What a fucking boss, dude. One more time.
Do you expect Matt Whitaker to be involved in the Russia probe? Do you want him to?
It's up to him.
Do you want him to rein in Robert Mueller?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
He just looks disgusted when he walks away.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
What a freaking Chad, dude. Holy shit. What a stupid question. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot and you ask a lot of stupid questions. Oh, man. So good. So damn good. I mean, you can't get any better than that. It's pure entertainment. And then, of course, you remember this one. So again, you know what? Let's just show it again. I'll show everybody one more time. Okay.
One of the women who accused me of sexual.
Find it. So again, let's not forget. Okay, Joe Biden. They're trying to tell you is the most popular president of all time. He's the most popular president in history, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody loves Joe Biden, right? Okay, so this is what happens when Joe Biden walks into a restaurant. Okay, this is what happens. Nobody fucking cares. He walks past these kids. They don't care. They just think he's some crazy old man. Hey, just... Okay, so that happens versus this.
Hello, everybody. Get ready for a milkshake. You got plenty of them. All right. You got some really good-looking guys. Huh?
This is an original from 2016.
Oh, I love this guy. I like that guy. Do you have a pen for me? Give me a good pen. That is the original, huh?
From 2016, Cleveland.
You've been there from the beginning.
Absolutely. From the
See?
invention.
You knew what was happening.
Absolutely.
You got it. That's cool, man. What's your name?
Lawrence.
Come here, Lawrence. Let me get this pen out of here. Come here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Really nice.
It's a pleasure. Yes, sir.
He understood long before the rest, right?
Shelley Winter. I talked to you
Oh,
yesterday.
good. You are fantastic.
Thank you, brother.
You know Shelley?
Yes.
A great host. And are you guys
Radio
friends
show.
or
No,
something?
just via Sanjay.
Well, that's nice because he's been there a long time too.
Yes.
I think right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning.
We did a radio interview with Shelley yesterday, and I appreciated it.
I appreciate you very much.
I hung up. I said, "What a nice guy that is."
And I'll bring in my clubs tomorrow.
You let me know. I'm telling you. You let me know,
Thank
Shelley.
you, brother. Thank you. God
Great.
bless you.
Watch his show. His show is great. Listen to his show.
Absolutely. 95.5.
He got it.
Yeah.
You two guys got it. Huh?
And all these kids do too.
I think so. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. So you're getting lots of milkshakes. Look at that handsome guy. I wish I had him right here.
Oh, yeah, me.
Hi, fellas. Hey, Steve. How are you? Great. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. How you doing, Trump? I'm doing good. I love you, man. Good. How are you? I'm well. Everybody having a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Get ready. Yeah, I'd give you one.
Make me have a great.
You have one?
Y'all got one?
2024. Come on, let me have it. You have it? I'll sign it.
I don't got one. I need one.
See if you can find one. I got to give him one.
Who my partner here? I love
Can't have
Trump.
this one.
My original. Don't give me that one. That's a valuable one. Grab one of these here.
He's handing out milkshakes. What a Chad.
Oh, really good. Thank you very much. That's great. Your family's good, right? We call her. That's good. We're not going to let him read this election.
Stop the steal.
Yes.
Take that. That's going to make you good and healthy. Grow back that tooth. There you go. Who wants it?
He's passing out milkshakes.
Yes. You can afford to have it. You know why? Because you're thin. Who wants one?
Trump just told that little girl she can have a milkshake because she's thin. Holy shit.
Come on, honey. Oh, you can't. So Brian Jack, does anybody know Brian Jack? Nope. Brian Jack is running District 3. We got to vote for him. He's running for Congress.
I do. I put canvassers together. So all these HBCU students that you see here, I brought them here to meet you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we've also knocked doors for you in the past for your past re-election bid and when you ran the first time. Yes.
Wow.
I was interning for the GAGOP at that time as well. Yeah. Wow. Doing a lot for your tax credit reform bill and everything.
Look at
We
that.
took care of those colleges.
Sure did. Much better than Biden did. So I was this is Clark Atlanta. This is Spelman. This is Morehouse. This is Morris Brown. All
Isn't that great?
So I don't care what the media tells you, Mr. Trump. We support you.
We love you.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
Please.
Thank you, sweetheart. That's really nice. No, we did. We took care of the black colleges, universities. They're taken care of now, and she understands it. A lot of people don't understand it. Biden did nothing for them, and I did everything. I did everything.
Tell them how y'all been suffering, y'all. How you hungry?
That's really nice, huh?
There's no housing.
Dude, this guy can work a room like nobody. I mean, and I've said this for years, even before he became president. There is something about Donald Trump. He just has a presence that is unmatched. It doesn't matter who's in the room. When Donald Trump walks into the room, he's the most important guy. He just has that aura about him. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It's just, you can't teach it. You can't learn it. It's just something he has, and nobody can touch this dude.
You know each other. You two know each other. You should.
That's my mentee.
Yes.
I'll tell you. She knows.
Picked me up in 2017, Mr. Trump, and he's been a great mentor ever since then.
I'll tell you what. And he's a great mentor to me, too. We had a great talk yesterday,
Absolutely.
Right? You know, that talk got covered all over the place.
We went all over the place.
I went all over the world, that talk I did. With your
I got in
local
trouble
guy.
with the team because they said I went over my time. But
Oh, no, my team, don't worry about it.
Don't worry, all right.
And we'll do it again. You guys are great.
God bless you. Listen, let me get a nice black. Come on.
You have any answers?
And what he's going to do is, so he's going to do this in New York. He's going to go to all these places in New York, and he's going to connect with people. And there's going to be cameras everywhere. There's going to be, all types of social media attention. And he is going to absolutely make a strong play in New York, which is insane. But he's going to do it.
So when I met you in the Oval Office, I left my pen you gave me.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Right now I got it back.
Take a picture. Got it. Take a picture with this. He's an original. I love it. He's even got the original.
Oh, wait, he doesn't have my headphone. He said he doesn't have my headphone. No, the cover of it is, he can do
Well, that's good stuff, man. So awesome to see Trump, hanging out with the people. And then, of course, with Joe Biden. Like, again, this is embarrassing. Jeez, man, that represents America. That represents how the American people feel about Joe Biden versus how they feel about Donald Trump. That's just the truth. That is 1,000% it. Really, just what a wild difference that we're seeing. Let's see where we're at really quickly. We got Coop says, you won the Yo Mama So Fat jokes tonight. Allison Blunderland says, Yo Mama So Fat, Trump used her as a trampoline. Ryan the guy says, Yo Mama So Fat, she bleeds gravy. You guys are the best. I appreciate it so much. We are going to be, I don't know, do we have any more? Jed, is that it? I think we're caught up, right? Let's see. I think we're caught
There's
up.
a couple. There's one that just came in.
Oh, there it is.
On the bottom there.
Allison Blunderland says, Trump knows how to connect with people, all right. The only thing Biden connects with is the floor or the stairs. 1,000% on that.
And then there's one Rumble, and that's it.
Okay, and we are less than 100 likes from 1,500. You know what that means, sexy back end, if we get to 1,500, okay? So, sexy back end, are we going to make it tonight? Doug B says, look at the Secret Service, LOL. They know they don't have to protect Joe. No ties, just strolling around. 1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, it's really bad. It really is. All right, so let's see. We are currently at 1,419 likes. Smash the melee button and let's show that sexy back in. And it's pretty damn sexy tonight. Now, again, go to Meta PCs if you're interested. Get you a 199, go to Meta PCs and use the promo code 199 if you're interested. Shop around, find something that works for you. Meta PCs delivers great products. I have a Meta PC. G&G, they supply G&G with multiple PCs, honestly, and Meta PCs are great. So use the promo code 199 if you're interested. Also, 221B Tactical. There's a lot of different stuff over there, especially if you're into the 2A stuff or tactical gear. But there's just a lot of options over there. So if you're interested, go over to 221B, use the promo code 199. Get a discount, and also gives us a huge percentage of whatever you are. They are cutting into their profits big time to give the kickback to G&G. So that's really nice of them. So I hope you guys will go over there and support that. We are 25 likes away from 1,500, and that means sexy back end. Promo code Pillow says, let's see that sexy back end. We're getting there. We're almost there. Does that include Rumble likes? No, well, Rumble is here. I got to refresh Rumble to see how many Rumble likes we have. How many likes on Rumble? Well, we have 106 on Rumble. Rumble, bro, I don't want to see, like, what is Rumble doing? I got like this horrible picture of an ingrown toenail on Rumble. Like, I don't want to see that shit. It's really bad, actually. It's really bad. But we are at 1,484, ladies and gentlemen. 15 more likes, 9 more. I think we're going to do it. Rob Johnson says, grifters be grifting. You damn right, bro. What else is there to do? We're hanging out. We're grifting. We're having a good night. We're talking about Trump. We're talking about MAGA. We're talking about all types of stuff going on. Plus, I got a Geese and Gamers video coming out tonight. I don't have it ready yet, but it'll probably be up in about an hour and a half. That will be edited by Nerd Wars, so be on the lookout for that. We are at 1,500 likes. It is time for Sexy Back End. Boom! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. $1,100 in chat revenue and 109 new members, plus the Rumble support, plus the Kick support. Holy shit, you guys have been insane tonight. So thank you so much for the support. I can't believe how much you guys support us, whether it's here or on Geeks and Gamers. It is humbling, to say the least, and it's allowed me to make a lot of decisions and put us in a lot of different positions And I'm really, really excited about the future of GNG. So thank you guys so much for that. I like the Yo Mama jokes. They were good tonight. I appreciate it. Make sure you go to geeksandgamers.com. We got a lot of new articles over there. We've got some new writers over there as well. So we've been pumping out a lot of content. So I'm really happy with that. So I do appreciate you guys supporting us over there on geeksandgamers.com. I'll be live for Geeks and Gamers Daily in the morning. So make sure you tune in for that. And other than that, it's been CobraCast 199. We're close to the 3-hour mark. I think I'm going to try to end it right on 3 hours. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Sabaton, and then I'll come back for a few minutes and talk to all of you guys. We're trying to end this right at 3 hours if we can. All right. We're going to try to end it right on 3 hours if possible. We will see if that happens. I'll try my best. And I appreciate it. So without further ado, thank you for the new membership. Appreciate that. Without further ado, we are going to play Sabaton. Then I'm going to come back, and then we're going to talk until Josh Johnson says CobraCast is the best show on YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to try to hit the dead-on 3-hour mark if we can. So here's Sabaton. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Talk to you soon. And boom. So we've got 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. So what are we going to do for these whole 3 minutes? I don't know, but I'm happy to be here with all of you guys. So first of all, thank you again for all the support, whether it's here or on Geeks and Gamers. I really appreciate it. I am sorry that I didn't stream for like a week when I was in Vegas. But obviously, when it comes down to it, I mean, Geeks and Gamers is always my priority, number one. But I am working on a few things that can give me a little more freedom to not have to make every single decision at G&G and, you know, kind of give me, I need to not be as intricately involved in everything, especially on the YouTube side. I have people that like run stuff on the website and things like that. But yeah, I hated that I missed like a week on, you know, Geeks and Gamers, but like I haven't even done a lot of gaming in the past month. I need to get back on that. I need to make some wrestling videos for D-Day Cobra 199. I am 100% all in on wrestling right now. I'm really, really plugged into wrestling and I'm enjoying it. And I want to make some videos on talking about everything going on with WWE and AEW and all that shit. Just haven't had a lot of time, but I'm trying to give myself more time to make content, shit like that. So, but again, thank you guys. Geeks and Gamers Daily tomorrow, and we're gonna have a couple of people on tomorrow. You'll see, and it should be a good show. I'm looking forward to it, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Jeremy needs 2 minutes and 45 seconds of cuddle time. Says, and later, Mr. Osteen. Jeremy Osteen had a good night. Jeremy Osteen had a good night. All right, we are now at 2 minutes and 50. Now, or 2 hours and 59 minutes with 2 seconds, 3 seconds. All right. So the count, oh, it's kind of skipping on me a little bit. 7 seconds, 8 seconds. So we're just kind of waiting, or we'll try to end this right at 3 hours if we can. Okay. Right at. Punch McLight says, are you watching AEW? Not really, but the whole CM Punk AEW drama has been absolutely hilarious to watch. Cerberus says, a year of getting gifted from the greatest chat on the internet's Hail the Snake Pit. I thought you were saying I was grifting, but you were getting gifted memberships. So, Cerberus, thank you so much. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to end it here. I'm going to go to the ending stream. We're going to try to end this right on 3 hours if we can. I told you we'd give you a 3-hour stream, and we got it. I love you all. Have a great evening. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.